We got the boots. We boiled the boots. I know it's getting late in day 3. Side stream. You probably want that, don't you? Yeah, you do. Okay. It's 2200. Oh, we fixed the
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. It's barely covered in steam.
we fixed the
face
faucet
mirror.
finally.
Adorned with the expression.
Could not get the expression off my face though, unfortunate. Yeah, we could sleep now. But
The window
like
stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in.
none. I spent a handful. Oh, I spent some on interfacing to get through the sink. We're back to our standard. Yeah, okay. Okay. Down. Okay. That works. I'm trying to remember. I had a problem where my fast travel just wasn't working anymore. Maybe. Well, we're gonna have to walk down there manually. Yeah. Well, the big goal right now is assert our authority over the Hardy Boys. Well, we haven't talked to these folks since we got back.
It's great to see you again, officer. My wife can't wait to thank you. Go on, talk to her.
I did finish the traps.
Don't even know how to thank you for finding my husband and helping him out. I hope we haven't been too much trouble for you.
Just doing my job, ma'am.
Here, I want to give you a small token of my gratitude. It's a tie, Meskin origin.
Ooh.
The pin is an antique, quite special.
Oh, but I can't take off my
The little
tie.
silvery knob holding the tie together feels warm in your hand. It's in the shape of an avian skull with 8 eyes.
That's a lot of eyes.
You could ask her about this when you get the time. It's probably a cryptid, but the phasmid, of course, is more important.
You never told me you saw the thing.
You don't want to hear about some old woman's ramblings.
Yes, I do.
Ramblings? Nonsense. Your description of the phasmid is the most precise I've ever heard.
But darling, I didn't even get the size of it right.
You were a child, my dear. Really. It's extraordinary what you were able to describe. Now go on. Tell our friend about it. He's proven his interest in the field.
Well, it was summer. I was building a racing track out of sand on the beach near a tall stand of reeds. Quite a tall one. Many times my height, I remember. When, all of a sudden...
Wait, where was this and how old were you?
I'm getting ahead of myself. I was 5 and a half in Betancourt in the suburbs. My grandmother had a summer home there.
What color was the summer home?
She'd just started forming memories. Real memories. Not the billowy haze of infanthood.
Was it tasteful wallpaper?
Beton Court got bombed in the war. It used to be quite near, circa 20 kilometers from here.
What happened?
Strangest moment of my life. I looked up and one of the reeds moved. Not like a plant, but like a living thing. It stood up and looked at me. Its body unfolded like some antique toy. I've never seen anything like it. I didn't know this can happen, so I reached my arm and touched the thing. It felt just like a stalk of reed, but it moved, swaying, towering above me. After a while, 20 seconds, a minute maybe, it left, went into the reeds.
Did you
I
follow
tried,
it?
but I was only a child. There was mud and high water. I couldn't see it anymore. I was just standing there, knee-deep in mud, looking around me.
Where did you go?
Then what?
I ran back home to my grandmother and asked her if reeds could walk, and told her they were looking at me. Of course, she just laughed at me, but I knew what I'd seen. For years, it was a story I told at parties when I wanted to impress boys. That sort of thing. Of course, most people just took it as a strange, amusing anecdote. So did I, honestly. But then I met Morel.
We were on a date. Can you imagine? She tells me a story, and it's the most detailed report of the Insulindian phasmid I've ever heard. The sounds. She told me it hissed.
I was going to say, from what you just told us, it was pretty vague.
So that's how they met. This is beyond significant for them.
It did, yes. Like reeds in a gust of wind.
It's their song.
The way it moved, the colour, how some of its limbs were white, like marble. It matched perfectly with what I know from other accounts. It was amazing. If it weren't for Lena, I might have given up hope years ago. It's no exaggeration to say that she restored my faith in my profession.
You were on a date?
Our first, yes.
The glance is tender, yes, but tempered by something else. A thought she can't express, even to him. Interesting.
Its limbs were white,
Not
you
all
say?
of them. There is some white coloration reported, along with beige, where the camouflage ends.
How big?
It's hard to say how big things are when you're quite small yourself. To me, it seemed to be taller than I was then, but that's probably not the case.
Thank you for
You're
sharing.
welcome, sweetie. I do appreciate the chance to relive it whenever I get one. It was just such an impossibly sunshiny day. So warm.
Aw.
And she could get up and walk right into the reeds on her own, into the mud, anywhere.
Now where's Gary? I want to punch him in the face. Hi, Gary. That's not Gary.
Always a pleasure to see an officer of the law.
Oh, hey, that's Gary. Why is his hair white? He looks much older in God, no. I do not want to have that fucking no. No, Gary.
Nothing like the gratitude of a good woman. Now then, what can I do for you?
He tries to play it cool.
Here we are.
Professorial. But inside, this man is itching for some news on those traps.
So I checked all the traps,
Okay. And?
and only one of them was empty.
Completely empty?
Yeah, nothing in there.
No locusts? No phasmid either?
That's not ideal, but
Maybe Gary ate all the locusts.
I definitely left that one stocked.
Right from the campsite? just means the Insulindian phasmid is even more clever than we thought.
He's a smart stick bug.
She's engaging in a well-known self-deception called motivated reasoning. You should correct them.
Why?
You're dealing with a subject near and dear to their hearts. It might behove you to tread lightly.
Yes, the Phantasmadeia picked off the Locust and escaped. This is good news, though we'll have to reconsider the design of the traps, make them more secure.
Mm-hmm.
Another trip to the reeds.
Gary, go to hell. What a deft hunter this phasmid is.
Of course. Be sarcastic.
I wasn't being sarcastic.
Alternative hypothesis you'd like to venture. Mine stands, okay? Actually, no. Excuse me for getting emotional. This is a big deal for us. You've helped us twice now, and brought some great news too. My gratitude, and the gratitude of the Societe.
I wasn't being sarcastic.
Revachol is yours.
Heartfelt gratitude. But does it feel like closure? What really happened?
Well, I'm glad I put all those points into interfacing.
Consider the way the empty trap was disturbed, as though most likely the hands of a young person, hands small enough to fit inside the trap too. You should ask the red-headed boy, Kuno.
Kuno!
Little hooligan. But what would a child want with bags?
Oh, my dear
Eat 'em.
Morel. You've been an old man for too long. Kids love to torment insects almost as much as they love to torment old folks.
I'll talk to that little gremlin.
Oh, you
I'll make him rue the day!
Please, let us know whatever you turn up. I have a feeling we're getting so close.
Well, I see you've got all the help you need. I'll see you tonight at my place. Let's play suzerainty, but no more field trips for me.
Shut the fuck up, Gary.
After this is your last chance to talk to Gary.
Really, Gary? We're getting somewhere here. I'd love to play suzerainty, but...
Lena, I'm sorry, but you're not getting anywhere. It was some kids. I know the little mutants around here. Leave anything out in the open and they'll steal it, even if it's bugs. Morel, it's been fun, really, but I need a bath and I have deliveries to handle. When this tea is done, I gotta run.
No need to apologize, Gary. You'd be more than helpful. We'll have to take a rain check on that game of suzerainty today, though. We're gonna follow this through.
Is this my last chance to hit Gary with a crowbar?
Always a pleasure to see an officer of the law.
Shut the fuck up, Gary. Yeah, I think it was only a name, though. I wanted his money. We did. But my horrific necktie has been such a boon companion. I don't need the volition. Like, look at me.
Again, you find yourself looking at that big old window.
It's not time yet. Let's give it a little peek, though.
Nothing, as before, just black branches.
What's this weirdo cop doing now, huh? Window shopping?
I think he's trying to find dirt on us, in our box. It's what they do, Shanks. Did you know policemen are sometimes called pigs?
Wow, no. I hadn't heard that.
Yeah, because they like to sniff around in dirt.
I did this mostly for Scruff Opponent's benefit, so now I can squint.
There's a little slide panel up there to let some air in. No need to open it in spring. It's still too cold outside. You're not so sure about that. Somehow you just know There's something out there, behind the glass.
Squinting gave me another point. No.
Yeah, your mother.
Very clever, Shanky.
Very good mother joke, but the room still laughs. Something about those mother jokes just works.
We live in a land without laughter. Ever since the revolution. Yeah. No. You left early last time and I didn't want to do... Oh, no. You left early and also Kim left. And I didn't want to do anything about the case. Yeah. I still haven't been able to get up to this lady. Hey, you little fuck. Come here.
So you tried to kill Kuno's girl? What's up with that? You want to talk about it?
We're all over that by now.
No one's moving anywhere. Do this shit again, and Kuno's gonna climb in your room at night with a knife. Kuno knows where you sleep. The pig who fucked his window up. I'm gonna climb in through that balcony, put the fucking knife in you. Yeah, I've been in your room.
I'm sorry, was that your tough voice?
But you and Kuno are good for now.
I've been in your room.
Shoot that shit at Kuno. Let's have a jolly time.
The determination in his voice leaves little room for doubt in his sincerity. He means every word. Needs to be taken seriously.
You don't threaten me,
One
kid.
word out of you, pig shite, and you're locked out of the Kuno experience forever. You hear me?
You hear the Kuno?
Oh, man.
No, you don't need to ever talk to these little shitheads again. It's much more important to prove to this kid you're a man. A big man.
I need information out of him. Oh, fucking shithead piece of fuck.
And you're back in business with the Kuno. Now what is it?
Kuno is a merciful
Tell me about the bugs, you fuck.
to his wayward subjects.
No, Kuno doesn't give a fuck about bugs.
So he knows locusts are bugs.
Oh my god, I told you that shit is lame!
Shut up, see.
Now they're gonna take you to lame prison!
Yeah.
She sounds like she's about to cry.
You're not even gonna get to hang out in cool prison.
You found lameness.
Look, no one's lame here. Just tell me what happened.
Deny everything, Kuno. You need to lawyer up.
Kuno's not gonna say anything without his lawyer present.
There's definitely something going on here. Remember his pig's head shack? You should check it out.
Alrighty.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
No. Was it? Uh-huh. So I heard the original cast was like podcast and YouTube people and locusts. Was Psyche in there anywhere? I would have loved to hear him voice one of these characters.
All around you, the hisses and chirps of locusts fill the musky air. The earthen floor of the shack has been shaped into mounds of mud, dotted with little...
There's a broad Euro spectrum being represented here. There's somewhere for him.
like skyscrapers, spires of dirt and sand around.
Yeah. Something in this game being weird. That would just be throw the tone right off.
Sounds like you found the locust, detective. Heaps of leaves are rotting
Hold on.
among the
Let me deal with this
towers.
situation real quick.
Dozens of little locusts feed on them, buzzing away with vicious joy.
He's been stealing the locusts.
Himself here.
Gart. I could see him doing Gart really well.
It's an ode to self-expression. It's the work of a self-taught visionary.
Mm-hmm. Sure, I am influenced. Yeah. I am influenced by what I've heard, but Gart's writing lends itself to a sort of dry sarcasm. Yeah.
You missed a good show before. A kid came by and completely fucked the tree to pieces.
He fucked the tree up! Fucked it good! It was porno!
By the way, Kipt is a racial slur.
You kids really need an outlet.
You need to act decisively. It's Kuno.
Do we just want to double down? I'm not going to read it out loud, but I need to see where this goes. That's not a good word. Oh, apparently weird. Hold on. Maybe. Hold on. Let me see. Well, we've learned how to do this with fucking audio bullshit. Turn it off and turn it on again, and it works. Weird. All right. 1 second. Try now.
Testing.
Ah.
Oh, now I can hear myself.
Yeah, hold on. Monitor only mute output.
It's also outputting to... Okay, it stopped.
There we go.
Testing?
Testing. I can hear you stream. Can you hear him?
Yeah, I think that works.
And the echo has stopped. Good.
Okay. Back to Kuno not using the bad words.
Stop choking, Kuno! The faggot has got you in a chokehold!
Kuno's not fucking choking.
Serves you right for using reactionary shit.
We found something that fucking took the wind out of Kuno's sails. I think that's a first.
Like fuck you did. Kuno's gonna keep saying Kipt forever now. Kipt. Shit. The fuck did you want anyway? You got your fuck bag down. Now let's talk normal shit.
Oh, you want a normal conversation, huh?
Yes. Kuno wants a normal conversation. Ask normal shit, please.
I know you took the locusts,
Yeah.
Kuno.
Kuno took the bugs. So what?
So it wasn't the phasmid. A wave of disappointment washes over you.
I was really hoping it was the Reed phasmid.
Yeah, well, Kuno's all you got, bitch.
Why do you say you don't give a fuck about bugs and then you build a whole
It's
bug
not
town?
Bugtown. It's the city of locusts. Locusts aren't just bug shit. They come out of the sky like a fucking shadow. Shit descends.
Stop!
You stop. It's like they're fucking night. Locust City, Night City, City of Rage.
There's a tug of war over the name of his fantastical city. It's almost too big for his imagination. The girl forces herself to watch again, the corners of her eyes twitching from discomfort. The lameness is causing her physical pain. The damage may be permanent.
City of Rage sounds like a cool place.
To help you. Oh, that's how lame it is. Please just don't say you're
an artist. Maybe I am an artist. You hear
Yes.
that, everyone? I'm a fucking artist now.
Kuno, the artist.
Did he just say I? Kuno usually calls Kuno, Kuno.
Making art is a worthy calling. I am something of an artist myself.
Oh my god, Kuno! He's gonna make you totally lame in like 3 seconds. Don't let him, Kuno.
Yo, fuck you, see? Kuno can be what Kuno wants to be. Kuno's his own man. Kuno's free.
He tears the buttons off of his shirt, trying to rip them open. They don't give way.
Kuno made himself into Kuno. Kuno can make himself into anything. Kuno can make himself into a pig if he wants. Kuno can make himself into a... Kuno doesn't give a shit.
Oh, don't make yourself into a pig, Kuno. You'll have to take me away.
Can I fucking convince Kuno to become a cop?
I don't think you can.
Snow melting, dripping from the eaves. Someone closing a window. So that's what this is about.
Yeah.
Don't make yourself...
We remember when we got close to Kuno and he was like, "Yeah, you can't fuck with her."
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Don't make yourself into a pig, Kuno. You'll have to take me away. That depends on the choices you make.
Without a word, she disappears entirely behind the fence.
Bye, Wilson.
For once, the boy is lost for words. He turns completely red now, with splotches of white beginning to appear across his face. Use this momentary confusion to take control of the situation. You've got him.
Quote unquote.
Now convince him to leave the cryptozoologist's traps alone.
I need you to leave the locusts where they are. You have enough.
I don't give a shit. I don't need the locusts anyway. Shit is all lame now. C was right.
The girl's face appears again.
God damn
above
it.
the fence.
I was so close.
Just long enough.
We got
to
him
make
to
eye
not
contact
touch the
with
traps.
Kuno.
I mean, what's the end game here?
She doesn't know.
To become Kuno's surrogate father figure, to gain his trust, and then abandon him and leave him a broken husk of a boy.
Of his continued use of the first person singular. Kuno is Kuno, not I.
What does the city of locusts mean?
It don't mean anything. It's shit. Kuno just likes to focus. Kuno likes to concentrate on shit. Build shit when he's zipping hard. Fuck.
I need to channel that meth energy somewhere.
Pig, you really shouldn't have fucked with Kuno City. Now it's all fucking lame.
What's gonna happen to the
Kuno's
locusts?
gonna let the fucking locusts die.
Okay, that's settled. Bye
The
now.
fuck are they trying to catch anyway? With the traps?
The Insulindian Phasmid.
He recognizes the name.
Wait, you know what
Wait,
the
you know what that
Insulindian
is?
Bitches think Kuno doesn't know shit. The fuck out of here. Kuno's tired of this shit.
There's silence between the two children. They're not saying anything to each other, nor looking in each other's direction. Arno van Eyck. Okay, so Egghead is clearly not Van Eyck in disguise. Van Eyck is an Oranese disco jockey, but those people get around, especially in Revachol, in the clubs on Boogie Street. Perhaps he stayed here for a short stint and discarded part of the song he was working on. Just threw it away. And then it ended up in the hawthorn tree. But why?
Oh, this is because of that tape we got.
It was
we had a religious experience.
A glimpse of the future and did not want
That's right.
it to arrive just yet. Perhaps the city whispered the top line to him, and he was frightened by it.
All Motorix white checks unlocked. Reveals Arno
all
Van Eyck
yellow
gig
check.
posters.
So it doesn't seem that great. But we can always take it off and put something else in there.
Yeah, but the posters might have some kind of
Oh yeah, maybe.
use. So let's see. Did it open up? I mean, if nothing else, it opens up a lot more orbs for us to get experience off of.
Yeah.
Trying to see, because if it opened up the Motorix, then it should be able to give us that composure check with Renee again.
Yeah, but he's probably sleeping by now.
Oh, yeah, they're gone.
Okay, so we can go back and talk to Morel.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're probably going to want to hear about that. And then back down to the shacks you were talking about.
Hello, officer. I think I almost have it. A new trap design, that is. I know you're skeptical, but I have a good feeling about this.
All right. I talked to Kuno. Little fucker's going to cut it out.
So it was just a child.
Thank you for telling us, sweetie. This is good news, right? It means we can try again.
She acts chipper, but something's changed in her tone. A hidden worry. Something is secretly gnawing at her confidence. It's not this Kuno kid or the missing Locust. It's something else.
Yeah, you're right. We just need to restock the empty trap. Then we'll need to inspect the traps one more time. And then maybe we can.
I have
He has a
exposure.
38-degree
No.
His resilience has given way.
Maybe you should go nap.
Darling, I told you to take it easy. You're getting sick. Maybe it's time to go home.
You're right, you're right. We can come back next season when it's warmer.
That's just something people tell themselves when they fail.
Maybe I can I can restock the
Let's
trap for
do
you.
this!
It's too much, officer.
What Morel means is we're grateful for your help.
Here's a fresh scratch of Loathing. That should slide right down the funnel. And thank you again. We will definitely mention you, should this lead to a discovery. I'm not talking co-discovery, of course, but,
You brought locusts into my cafeteria. I don't think
Wow.
that was a good idea.
Co-discovery. You'd be famous. You'd show them all. This does tingle the pleasure center.
It's almost as good as drugs.
Show them all. We need to get you on that list of discoverers. No question about that.
Well, that's good. We can restock the traps while we're heading over to the cabins. Yeah, we checked out the church and talked to Spider-Man. And he was cool. He was just like, yeah, no, I'll chill up in the rafters.
Did we get the kids into the church yet?
We told them it was open. Oh no, we still have to talk to whoever's setting the weird experiments.
Oh yeah, there's a person in there doing experiments that you got to meet first. Okay, yeah, we'll get to that.
Yeah, we haven't seen her. We know she looks like she's like a younger woman dressed like a babushka or something.
One of my favorite interactions is right there on the door of the pawn shop, but I don't think our electrochemistry is high enough for it. Wait, when did our electrochemistry end up as 8?
I'm wearing a lot of items.
Okay. It's like, remember there was a pin up there? I think that's where it is.
That page 3 girl, she must be the most beautiful page 3 girl ever printed. And look at those freckles. The origin of disco. Makes you want to dive into the boogie, doesn't it? Get closer to disco itself with Miss Page 3. L'origine du disco. Such a powerful conceit. And this is what we're going to do with it? The commitment of an act of gross public indecency.
I'm gonna masturbate in public!
It'd be indecent to ignore Miss Page 3. Beauty is inviting you on a pilgrimage. A pilgrimage you can make with just your hand.
Hold on. Is this what happens when you two get together?
Yes. Sure is.
Oh, wow. We haven't had a whole lot of skills interacting with each other. I want more of that.
So Kim can be here while this happens.
Oh. How exactly can I travel to the origin of disco? Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Oh, come on. Don't say you've forgotten that as well. You can feel what you want to do. You want a party, don't you? Party right now with Miss Page 3. Unzip and party.
Go on.
Look at her thighs. Between her thighs. And what are you waiting for, man? Party with Miss Page 3 all the way to Disco Zero.
This is just like, it'll be in the end times. Just me and Miss Page 3.
What you're thinking. But you don't want to party down. Not really. Not in the deepest part of your soul, where the freckles only make you sad.
Shut the fuck up, Inland Empire. I'm hard now.
Come on. What are you talking about? Sad freckles. Freckles are fun.
Why do I hurt all of a sudden?
The furnace has long been cold. Despite itself, you're too sad to jerk off. This is not the first time this has happened, either.
I couldn't get an erection if I tried.
It is truly over. You are beyond the help of
Yeah, that's how this ends. You cannot jerk off in front of Kim.
Truly doomed.
You cannot fucking, like, Louis C.K. yourself.
I'm too sad to jerk off. Which is, I think I mentioned
I'm
this.
glad that you can't, but it's really funny that it happens that way.
And I think I've mentioned this before, but like when I lived in London, the Page 3 girl is like in the local tabloids. It'll just be like, here's a local.
Oh, right, that's a thing.
Yeah, it'll be like, here's a woman from the neighborhood, or from London, from the city. It's like, oh, and she's trying to. Like, she's dancing down at Nightingale's on Tuesdays. It's, they do it for advertising. But it's all very, like, cheap and, pulpy tabloid papers that do it. National Enquirer and shit. The Star is one of the big ones over there, or at least was when I lived there. So it's not like...
Might help.
Oh, yeah, Flashlight. So it's not like professional grade. It's just like, yeah, somebody took a picture with their fucking Kodak and there it is. Fuck you. They kind of put light on it. And so the Page 3 girls are always just like, yep, tits. So it's never like the best quality. So the fact that he got that like immediately like fuck yeah, page 3 girl was just even funnier to me. Money. Oh. I've never even been here.
Yeah, this could be what I'm thinking of.
Money. Do they have those in Canada, Scruff? Is that a thing? A music collection.
Oh? The smallest church in St. Sains. You found it.
Birds in the tree, birds in the tree. It's time
Now
for me
we
to
can
go
do karaoke. Although Kim is not
Rust
here.
peels off the bent iron posts of the swing.
Should we wait for Kim to do karaoke?
Whistles through the
It
skeleton
would be
of the small
thematically
house
better if
behind
Kim
him.
were there for
There's
it.
discipline
Yeah, right. Good point.
everywhere. In this yard, someone thought they could have a summer house on the beach for cheap. It didn't work out. A long time ago, someone used to live here, laugh here, thought it was a good idea to build a swing even. An intense loneliness comes over you. This is a good place for a nice, sad drink.
Yeah.
Uncork a velvety bottle of red wine and think about life for a moment. Really philosophize.
Okay.
I'll be honest, I don't really have the map of this side of the area memorized.
Yeah, me either. But I know one of the traps is around here somewhere. There it is.
The locusts aren't doing all too well, but they're still in there.
Oh, I only got to restock the one. Okay.
Oh, I guess that was the furthest one, yeah.
What's that? Have we been in here?
Maybe.
I have to imagine. It's right there. Drugs!
Wow. I thought you have been here before.
Drugs. Drugs. Dog. More drugs. How much drugs do I have? I have a lot of drugs. I have 7 meth. I have 13 fucking radiation poisoning LSDs. 7 cigarettes. Some medical grade speed. And some beer. Oh my god. Oh my god. We're gonna have us a party. Oh, and what happened to the, how do I use this thing? Supposedly... I'm supposed to be able to use it to like reopen white checks, but hey, Empress, disco's going good. I keep finding all of these locked doors that I feel like I should be able to try to have a check to bust them open with this pry bar, but it's not the case. Oh, maybe this is a special door. I gotta talk to the lady.
The old woman still sits in her chair, continuing with her chores. As she does so, she quietly hums to herself. The buzz of electric lights blends together with the slow rumble of the ocean waves at night. There's a gap where the name of that song should be. You should ask her about it right now.
You still up?
Yes, I can't really sleep anymore. Only a few hours a night. It happens when you grow older. My suggestion is, don't grow any older than you already are. That's old enough. What's troubling your mind?
Can you wash this jacket?
I can wash it for you, but it's going to take about a half an hour. Think you can stay put for that long?
Okay.
Hell yeah.
Well, hand it over then, and I'll see what I can do. Must say, I'm proud of this one. It's pretty nice underneath all that filth. I hope you'll have an easier life in your hands.
Where could I stay around here?
Most people here are trying to leave. That said, if lodgings is what you're looking for, I've got a free room in the shack.
How much?
I won't charge you for it. Take it as a gesture of goodwill from the village to the RCM.
There's this guy, Gart. Makes me give him money every night just so I don't die in the cold.
That's exactly how they get ya. That's why we built our own cinder block houses on the seaside. So we don't have to give money to those crooks. We might not look like much, but they are ours.
You got yourself a tenant.
Don't make an old woman
There you go.
regret
Now you can just stay
opening
here for
her
free.
house to the
Fuck yeah. Unce, 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 unce. What was that song?
A lullaby my mother used to sing. I sang it to my kids too. It's an old Samaran children's song.
What's it called?
Surrender to the night.
That's kind of grim for a children's song, even if it is a lullaby.
That's weird. I don't like it.
Like I said, it's an old children's song. You don't have to like it.
Goodbye. Now I've got a room.
The door has seen better days. The layer of paint has started to peel off due to the salt and wind from the sea. Even the lock looks slightly rusted.
Open her up. So what do we got? What do we got? How many free drugs are just in my room? Loading screen, you're killing my flow.
Okay, there we go.
All right, what do we got? Oh, we got lots of stuff. Floorboards, the creak.
On the table, you see a bowl of water, a rough soap, and next to it, a small hand mirror. A straight razor soaks inside the wash basin.
Oh god.
Is shaving the right
The
call?
water reflects back a vague image of your face. Nose bulbous and red, hair unkempt, wrinkles lining the eyes and forehead. The stash is gigantic.
What's the worst that could happen?
Your hand trembles as you
cut
stroke your
yourself?
cheek. Oh no, that's not how a grown man shaves.
Snake eyes.
Snake eyes. This isn't sharp enough. Scrape harder.
For crying out loud, you're gonna cut your own throat. There's no way to salvage this.
I need to shave these chops.
Your hand refuses to move another millimeter. A small trickle of blood runs down your cheek.
Okay, so we need the hand-eye coordination to be better. But,
An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see the reflection of your face in it, adorned with
the expression. Hey, what are you? Oh, and I
You
didn't
also
actually...
got that new jacket.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a foam breaker.
Yeah. Pain threshold and half-life, but it takes away my drama. Logic. Boring. I'll stick with my kimono, thank you very much.
Okay, what's next on the list?
Well, we could sleep now, even though we already gave guard our money for the night. Grumble, grumble.
Did we?
I think so, yeah.
Oh, well, we don't have to do it ever again.
I needed to get up there to do the fix the sink.
Right.
Oh, but there's that visual calculus check that I'll never be able to fix if I don't get back into the room.
Yeah, that one's probably not too important.
It's probably just, oh, hey, that's where your shoes went.
Yeah.
Gonna go restock the buzzy box. Well, cool. Now I can spend all my money on drugs and clothes and not have to worry about it.
I mean, we've got enough drugs for the rest of the game.
Do we, though?
Yes.
Do we, though?
Yes.
But do we, though?
Yes. Extremely. You are never going to use all those drugs.
A once bright
You will
needle
die before you can use those
above
drugs.
you. The signage has peeled off over the years, but you can still make out a slogan used to intertwine with the loops a long time ago.
I think we
The
did this,
wind
but
was-
there was the guy and his kid there earlier. Ah, there it is. Look, all I'm saying is I haven't found any proper nose candy yet. Fear and Loathing in Revachol.
The trap stands empty near the reeds, powdered with snow. The locusts, dazed from being...
You know, I was going to call this playlist Drink the Pain Away, but I think Fear and Loathing in Revachol just won. Thank you, Bird Teeth. I'm stealing that.
They're not really going to get the chance to get comfortable here.
Can't stop here. This is Locust Country.
So it's not that one? I don't know which one it is, then.
Well...
We can always look up the locations again. There's one near the church, right?
Let's see if this... No, I restocked the trap. Yeah.
Oh. Okay. Yeah, whatever. I wasn't paying attention.
I think you just must have misinterpreted what was being said. Yeah, no, we're good. But... I don't remember how we left, oh, we gotta talk, that's right, we gotta talk to the babushka lady. So maybe she's there at night.
Maybe. We should check.
Yeah, I'm remembering now. I did that bit last time when it was just like, okay, we're trying to find a good button to end on, and I'm hungry, and just kind of like get to the end there.
It's kind of hard to tear yourself away from this game.
I know. It keeps doing that to me. There's just so many plates in the air, and I want to see what happens to all of them.
Some we will not see, so others we will. Much like critically acclaimed game Star Ocean 2, the second story. There's the church.
Game of the year, Star Ocean 2, the second story.
Game of 1998, 1999, whenever it came out.
Soon to be a major motion picture, starring Chris Pratt as Crod.
It's a me, Crod.
And Anna Taylor-Joy as Spelf.
So the programmer would be up and to the left, if they're here.
Oh, I don't think I even checked out.
Yeah, she would be next to this machine.
Hey, her Innocence Dolores Day liked little figurines, right? Liked holding little men between her fingers, remember?
What?
You have the headless Fallen Rider figurine. You should give it to her. Win her back.
Yes! Yes! This is a task now!
So very, very, very nifty. Nifty and mysterious. This is surely what the figurines are for.
Time to do it.
The mother of humanism stands above you. A precious and complex wax painting.
I vaguely remember this woman was a fucking asshole.
Her body, her face over
Jesus.
sad.
Basically like liberal Jesus, but you know, really didn't mind killing scores of people.
Yeah.
But that's kind of what I got.
She's a stained glass window.
To be a problem. Maybe you meant something else?
Is the task still on?
What are we thinking of? Part of your mind has gone on to other things already. Only a strange little sadness remains. The mother of humanism.
I'm very depressed and high. I can't think of all these things. Yeah, there's another computer here. We could talk. It's right. We couldn't get the password to that one either.
So she's not here right now. Maybe she'll be here in the daytime.
Maybe. Spider-Man's here, but we already talked to him. He's like, yeah, cool. Set up a nightclub. It'd be nice to have friends. I like company.
Yeah, he doesn't care.
What about the crab man?
Yeah.
Hardcore.
Hyper extreme.
They are funky beats.
That guy extremely feels like a character in Shadowrun.
I haven't played
like
Shadowrun
100%.
in a long time. Oh, now I can do the fucking...
I think it depends on where you're standing.
Maybe.
Okay, so she helped develop how to navigate the Pale and laid the foundation for how the world looks today, but she also waged religious war to force the nations that didn't want to bow to her rule into compliance.
Just like the lady in Last of Us 2. Woo, woo, woo. Well, alright, let's tell Lena, and then we can, go to bed. Oh. Tell her in the morning. I already paid for this room, so I'm using it.
It is a nice room.
Yeah.
I mean, it was until you trashed it.
It was until I got here. I got points to spare. I'm gonna give one more crack at this visual calculus check.
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind.
And like, visual calculus is also a good skill to just kind of have.
Yeah.
It's my Sherlock Holmes stat.
I think you've got some things that are removing it right now.
I've got a thought.
Oh, never mind then. Are you sure? Are you sure it's not those glasses?
I mean, the assessment's right there. Items is 0.
Oh, okay. Bonus from thoughts -1. Okay.
Which thought is it? Oh.
Masovian socioeconomics. What? That's the one that's giving us extra experience.
Yeah.
We might have items to increase it, though.
Yep. Nope. 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 Now, that'll decrease it. Ah, there we go. There we go. There's an extra 10% for you.
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in.
Don't get snake eyes again.
The shards face out.
Okay, there's no 11. That's the highest thing you rolled today by far.
Yeah, that's what I need the 11 for.
A fine web of scarring covers the back of your right hand, but none of it is recent. More likely a projectile than a held object. There are no fragments on the floor from pulling a tool back in after impact.
Assess the size of the impact. Enhance!
Large for a bullet, yet too small for a piece of furniture. You're looking for something heavy and larger than your fist. The shoe you found on the balcony fits the hold almost as well as your foot. It would have also been heavy enough if thrown with force. Congratulations, you smashed the window with your own shoe.
I'm sure I had a good reason.
And maybe, just maybe, you succeeded. We'll never know. Maybe you were trying to smash your own reflection in the window pane.
That's too likely. I'm gonna discount that suggestion.
Yeah, and Scruffalphus also brings up a good point. Like, it's only getting it's experience, but it's only doing +4. We're getting much more experience from the this one, the Wumpty Dumpty Dom Center. So
yeah, that one's pretty good.
So let's see. I don't have any thoughts right now that I want to add in, but we're going to have to clear some space. Maybe that. Maybe that. Maybe that. We'll see. Not a decision we have to make right now. Unlike my kimono, which I need right now. And also my ridiculous sunglasses. Well, last night in the trashed sofa bed.
The bed is still cold from the broken window, and not too inviting. But it's yours. You've earned it.
What do you bet? What do you bet we're going to have an easy, peaceful drifting off into Sleepy Town?
3%.
It's not easy, but your bones are so tired from what feel like weeks of work on the case. You have to try. After what feels like hours, you feel you might be sleeping.
Sleep.
Thoughts, baby. A million little lights in the dark. You're one fine instrument, brother. All those faces and all those names. All that laughter and screaming and scheming around. Every corner and every street.
Recorded in you forever on Faraday.
Twirling, twirling, twirling towards freedom.
No, you're spinning tapes at the discotheque. The great unceasing disco of the mind. The flash. The bang. The endless learning experience.
Spinning in eternity.
On and on it goes. For untold hours. At the disco where you first asked her to dance. Rising. Rising. Above the dark curvature. The great wingspan of sleep. Studded with stars.
Behold, there are millions of them down there. The first time. The last time. The smoke in her mouth. The plotted flowers. The face.
You definitely said
turning, changing.
What the fuck are you talking about?
It's the world, Harry boy. And you're made of it. Every day you're out there, you make more of yourself from it. I'm afraid you can't be unmade now.
Damn it.
You can never forget this shit.
Get rid of it. Make it go away.
It's not possible anymore.
Erase it.
It's stuck on loop. Whirling, spitting out words and images.
You're the son of the world again. Harrister, a ceaseless agent. Picking up litter and old newspapers, collecting your little bubblegum wrappers and idiotic picture postcards. Meaningless keepsakes.
Some of those bubblegum wrappers are making good money from them.
Reading your awful letters and recalling things, aren't you? The endless names of the world. An address book you are. The map of a city.
I am an agent of the world.
You'll go insane if you keep going like this. One more day, and you'll be in the loony bin. I just know you will. And for what, brother man?
For the working class.
Yeah.
Solving your little crossword puzzles. Doing your tasks. Crossing names off lists. Trying to become some sort of world detector. It won't make it okay. It won't put smoke back in her mouth.
I'm building communism for all.
There he goes again. He's a real political animal, our Harry. He still doesn't see that it's the world changing around him.
He's got no idea what he's in for.
What's this pillow?
Beep, beep, beep. The alarm is ringing, Harry. The disco circus goes on and on. You barely slept 3 hours last night.
You can do it. It's nothing. Do it for the city. Go.
Whoomp. God damn it, voices in my head. I'm never gonna get a good night's sleep, am I? Stupid kidneys. Full of blood and poison. Okay, that was something.
That was a little scary.
What just
Rise
happened?
and shine, comrade. It's time to get to work.
I just took the moment to get all the tear out of my room.
0.0001% of communism has been built. It's too great a task to undertake alone. You're going to have to get organized.
Organized communism.
Organization hasn't exactly been your strong suit. historically speaking.
Does this mean I need to clean up my hostel
Your
room?
level of personal upkeep is irrelevant. All that matters is your commitment to building the world republic. You must seek out your revolutionary brothers and sisters. Find out how much communism they've built. Then, together, maybe you'll be able to build as much as 0.0002% of communism.
Comrades!
Easy. Decades of persecution by
brothers, sisters,
So
siblings.
this is the secret communist quest that I was talking about. I don't know how you do it though.
They live underground. These communists aren't men. They're mole people.
Will they help me fire up Maslow's socialist sausage grinder?
Just between us, you may want to lay off this grind up the bourgeoisie stuff. It's a bit off-putting, even to fellow communists.
Don't fucking judge me, game.
I have a really bad Rhetoric. I've got some bad news for you, and I just show it Twitter, where people will say that without any context whatsoever.
My nose. You mean my nose as my huge and highly functioning brain?
We meant your nose, as in that swollen muck detector in the center of your face.
Oh.
It just happens to be perfectly calibrated for sensing communists.
Just go up to random strangers. You smell like comrade.
You smell like communism.
No idea.
Get away from me.
What does communism smell like?
Between
oh yeah, no, okay. I said that not reading the dialogue option there.
Failure.
There's so much failure in my life already. I don't know if I can take any more.
That's why you're perfect for the job. No one's got a better nose for failure than you, Harry. What you're smelling is your own body odor, of course. Nothing a shower and change of clothes couldn't fix. People sometimes complain there are no real communists left in Martinez. But you can smell their presence. They're out there, waiting for you to join them.
I'm gonna be that guy that sniffs at everybody.
Incidentally,
that's gonna win me friends.
Days of the anti-centennial revolution.
Well, it worked for Biden, so who cares, right? You can be the most powerful person in the world and still get away with
hollowed
it.
out tree trunks and even residential.
Yeah, except I'll actually forgive student loan debts.
Gave rise to the early anti-communist slogan: "The future's bright."
You can actually be pushed left.
The white.
Let's get organized.
This sounds unfathomably stupid. I want no part of it.
I want every part of it.
When you get near to someone with revolutionary potential, your nose will give you the signal to establish contact. Again, no, it won't. Any olfactory response you perceive will be strictly psychosomatic.
Shut up, perception.
I love that your rhetoric is now arguing with your senses.
Malcontents at the Dock Workers Union. There. An obvious place to start.
What will I do once I establish contact?
You'll discuss the monumental world historical task that lies before you. You'll engage in rigorous and spirited debates about Mazovian theory and practice. But mostly, you'll probably complain about other communists.
Oh man, if that isn't the truth.
Isn't that last part kind of counterproductive?
Complaining about other communists is a communist.
I feel like the dev team is working out some personal frustrations here.
Oh, you think?
Here we go. Wake, brave worker. 'Tis no
like,
time.
All right, look.
Fight.
I don't know a whole
no
lot about the various types of communism, but it seems like the type we've got in this game is very militaristic. You know, like the militaristic type.
Why would you want to associate yourself with Karl Marx, considering all of the murders that took place in his name? And also, didn't you know he was an anti-Semite?
I'm asking genuinely because I don't know. Was he?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
A mirror hangs on the bar.
Both of those things were true. And there is a subsect that will disregard anything he had to say about workers' rights or, labor in light of that.
Because that's logical.
Because we live in a generation that doesn't that wants to throw out all babies with all bathwaters, so to speak.
But then we won't have any babies or bathwater.
Yeah.
We won't be able to take a bath. And also, we'll die out after a generation. Kim's here. So we can sing karaoke whenever you want. My suggestion? You gotta wait until nighttime.
Throw baby. I mean,
actually, no. We got a good crowd right now, but they don't get the disco lights going till the nighttime.
I want those disco lights though.
So it's your call. We can wait, or we can do it right now.
Of course, I'm using those disco lights. It's just a different kind of purity culture, and it's just as damaging.
Wait. No, something about this bunch doesn't smell right.
Oh, you mean hearts, guys?
They are, but they don't seem too keen to talk with you, do they? No, they don't. Glenn seems to be contemplating grievous bodily harm while he massages his raw knuckles. In the far back, Eugene is doing his best to ignore you.
That line didn't get voiced.
Mumble, mumble.
And from his perch at the end of the table, Titus Hardy himself stares at you with a cold contempt that makes you want to leave the cafeteria straight away.
Interesting how he can do that when I'm in the kitchen.
Besides, you're pretty sure they consider themselves social democrats.
Fine. The Hardys are not good communists.
How? Oh wait, Morel's not here. Where's Morel?
Oh yeah, you're right.
Hello, dear.
I restocked the empty trap. Where's Morel?
Thank you for doing that, dear.
Her smile is weary. Her earlier ebullience has left her.
Morel still isn't feeling well. I convinced him to stay at Gary's to get some rest. I'm afraid the cold has really gotten to him.
It's probably for the best.
I'm sorry, dear. You've had to drudge through them so many times. Such is field work. A young person's game, as they say.
I'm a young person.
Her voice is shaky. What is going on here?
So who's going to check the traps?
Morel will eventually, or we'll talk Gary into going back out, perhaps.
The lieutenant stares at his shoe, caked in mud. He doesn't say anything.
Once more into the breach!
Something tells me.
That really is too much, sweetie. Thank you for your dedication, but I can see you're coming down with a cough yourself.
Very strange.
We're starting to get to know where those
traps
traps are.
Yeah, right?
It's like she's given up.
Lena, what's wrong?
Different? How?
You're kind of mopey today.
Answering a question with a question, for example. Defensive isn't her usual style.
You're giving up on the phasmid.
I'm in doubt, sweetie. That's all.
About why?
It's, a strange feeling. I haven't really told this to anyone, but you are a police officer.
I know. You can tell people I'm a police officer. That's fine. They all know.
When a police officer asks, you must answer.
Do you ever wonder if some lovely story from your childhood is just that? A story? Or a dream? Seeing the Insulindian phasmid was just a story I used to tell people. I didn't really think about whether it was real or not.
But you said it, and he said it, and everyone
So
said it.
Proud of it. He always tells everyone.
A terrible sting in the heart. Regret.
Are you saying you made it up?
No, at least I don't think I did, but Morel was so eager to believe my story was evidence of the phasmid's existence that I'm some queen of the cryptozoologists. That, and for years his belief made me believe too.
That I am a queen, an extraordinary witness to grace.
But now we're both getting old and he's still working himself sick out in those reeds looking for it. But what if I was just wrong? I think I was...
The lieutenant opens his notebook, but doesn't write anything.
I need a 6 or higher.
Oh, geez, that's a big one, huh?
Yeah.
I thought you were convincing her that it was a lie, which I guess we want to do that and succeed.
Yeah. See if
Okay, do we have any suggestion clothes?
I can't back out. It's a red check.
Okay, then.
See if I can get any kind of situational modifiers from these, though. I believe you saw the thing.
Believer. Sometimes I still see it, too. The real memory of it. How it was there. Not the memory of the memory, but it's so hard to tell the two apart.
Rising, unfolding from the reeds on a hot summer's day, like a benevolent god.
Either way, I should go. Poor Morel is running a fever.
Oh, jeez.
I need to get him home to Jamrock before we overstay our welcome with Gary.
Well, I guess I don't get a chance at that check again.
Nope. You fucked around too much.
I'll check the traps.
Really?
Oh, sweetie.
Shut up, Kim.
Please don't get stuck on a dream. Take it from me and Morel.
Can I have your address just in case?
Okay. It's 1113 Tabernacle Road. Jamrock, but...
A sigh. She doesn't think you'll need it.
Are you sure you don't need help getting to Gary's?
But I can get there on my own. This old thing is gas-powered.
Oh, cool.
And then a taxi home. It's not so bad.
Nice. Well, it's been a pleasure.
Likewise, sweetie.
Task
Thank you for
complete.
everything.
Find the phasmid.
Truly. Even though it turned out to be a
waste of time. A dream. A lie. A fool's hope. Say her lips moving in silence. Like that, she drives off. The gas enters quietly as she gets to the doors, then pushes them open. Outside, it's snowing.
Bye, Lena.
Kind of a slightly sad ending to this.
That's a downer.
A little bit. I like this story, though. It's like they're two pretty good characters, and it's like the whole basis of their relationship is on this story she told him
about this bug that may or may not have ever happened.
It's a good story. I like it. So I guess we're done running around finding traps.
I told her I was going to check them one last time.
Yeah, we could do that.
I mean, we're going to be in the area
there to do it.
Yeah. I have to sniff out comrades. Kuno,
Okay,
are
so
you a
now that
comrade?
What about that authority check?
Yeah, we could take a look at that. Kuno, are you a comrade?
That's a big one that we got to get at some point.
You two are not comrade.
Kuno is not a comrade.
Must build communism.
Must build communism. I just think of that thing from The Simpsons. Soviet Union? I thought you guys broke up. That's what we wanted you to think.
All the floats open up and the tanks come out, and then, yeah, go for it. Oh, yeah,
What's our authority? What about our authority clothing? I know we've got something, like maybe our RCM cloak.
We have a lot of
esprit de corps.
Yeah, we have a lot of esprit de corps. Not much authority so far. Oh, boots.
Ah, the boots. Yes. I knew there was a reason we went through all the bullshit to get that.
I love the kimono and tie over the fucking
the kimono over the
body
fucking
armor.
body armor. Oh my god.
That's very good. Right. So we got boots, and let's see, have we...
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Fuck off, Titus.
Godly. 42%.
Again, just get the dead guy's autograph, since you're his biggest fan.
Good one, Titus.
We...
Didn't they take...
You're pretty sure.
I don't think we have any new information to throw in his face.
And then we hang the fuck.
Composure. We have composure stuff, but it's a red check.
It is.
Like what, Copper? About fucking time.
Okay, this could be an extra modifier for it. We did examine the mud at the crime scene. We figured out about the 8th Hardy. We got that much info.
Okay. And you know what? I'm just going to throw a point in there for good measure. Monica's titties are big. I never realized that. Who's Monica?
Yeah, wow.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here. Again.
I was going to say, why did our authority go down so much? Because we changed our clothes.
That's right, lawman.
That's much better.
Fuck.
Don't get snake eyes.
Titus is solid as a rock.
11!
And so are a few others. But...
Who's cracking?
Who's cracking? Fat Angus is cracking. Hey, big boy, you breathing funny over there?
No. Of course he's having trouble breathing. Just look at how fucking fat he is.
Shut up, Shanks.
Fuck off, Shanky.
Thank you,
Angus is
Titus.
a powerful guy. All muscle.
This is all power.
Powerful. Sooner or later, he's going to break
back when he got big.
They got new episodes coming out.
Do they? I can't believe that show's still going. I haven't watched it in so long. I feel like the comedy would have worn off for me a little bit.
Oh, they keep it evolving as time goes on. I'm very curious. Okay. I can't wait to see their response to COVID and vaccination, because that's going to be fucking priceless.
They could have a funny episode on that.
There's something you're not telling me.
Fuck you too, Copper. Picking on Angus like this. We're done with this schoolyard shit. And just so you know, he doesn't have trouble breathing.
His all-muscle comment wasn't sarcastic. He's genuinely trying to look out for Angus. This one is a stone wall. You won't get more out of them about the night of the murder. Not yet.
Okay, but did it modify the authority
Like
check?
What?
I hope so.
About fucking time.
Found a witness. No, we already had that one.
Yeah.
All right, that may be all we have to go on for the authority check. It's your call if you want to try it.
Is there anything else in this tree, maybe?
Man. What? The kind that show.
Alive.
This one has
I can't prove it, but I'm wrong.
From
kill us all.
Yeah.
He grabbed.
Yeah.
No.
Aren't you?
Yeah.
There's something. Seems like they don't want to talk about that rape Titus made.
What about him?
All right.
About fucking time.
Time to put those boots back on. See what we can do. And if not, we can go around, find some more gear, try again. We have a lot of room to grow with authority, so...
Oh, do we?
Yeah. Look at that.
Okay, yeah, good. Good stuff.
So if we have to just grind up some points and then dump them in there one after another.
I don't remember precisely, but I don't think it's a spoiler to say that this is a big check.
Yeah, no, this is the main case. This is where we're at with the main case right now, so.
Higher than
Fuck yeah.
7.
Full of sweaty men, swearing, drinking, spitting out tobacco. Does this look familiar?
Where have I seen this
wait.
before?
Before you click anything, I just want to impart to you what happens if you don't pass this check.
Okay.
It's very funny, but I think it will severely damage your morale. You ask him for his gun, and then you put it in your mouth while crying. Like, I'm gonna blow my brains out right now unless you fucking respect me. It's really bad. It's like you have a full-on meltdown because you cannot establish authority. It's so funny.
I wish I could have seen that.
Yeah, I mean, I was either way, I was gonna be happy, but whatever. We got it first try.
Oh, where have I seen this before?
You believe the place was called Precinct 41. It was also filled with, almost exclusively, men. Sitting on desks, talking shit, and wasting time.
I want to do another playthrough, and I gotta fail a lot of authority checks. All right, Titus, I get it. You're the big man around these parts, ain't ya? You're just like real cops, drinking beer and jerking off.
Problem with beer now?
Not quite there yet. Push on.
All right, what's the best way to keep this going? He's kind of tripping us up a bit. We've got to get under their skin somehow.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of beer and jerking off instead of helping people. Implied that he's not helping anybody.
You saying you don't help people?
There you go.
I've been doing this job for 10 years. Martinez was a dump before we put this outfit together.
They don't know, man. They weren't here. We had 3 shootings a week, kids dead, fucking graffito everywhere. You cops haven't shown up since the 30s.
Congratulations on the graffito removal. All I see is you sitting around talking about Monica's titties while there's a
I need a recording of Kim saying Monica's titties.
So what? What do you want from me? We took care of that fuck.
Don't let him drink that. One more push. Quick. Just don't antagonize him. You have this already.
It's not about who did it, it's about the victim. She needs help.
Titus?
She stops mid-sentence.
I suspected that.
He's going to give it up, but on his terms.
You want to help her, cop? Fine. I'm gonna let you help her, but you treat her with respect. If you don't, if you question her, harass her, a freight train of...
I suspected that based just on the fact that she's the only woman that has associated with these characters.
Oh,
but...
you think she's the victim?
What is her name?
Glacia. I'm on due. She's staying here at the Whirly.
Oh, okay. Cool. It's not her. Okay.
No,
Silvery
it's the
Johnson
woman. Do you remember?
Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
Well, she took my comments with grace, considering the circumstances.
We're getting somewhere now.
The girl upstairs? That can't be her. Remember what you said to her? You told her you want to have...
No, I remember what I said.
It's her. It's definitely her. It's Miss Oranje, disco dancer.
Composure, medium. Said.
Classy,
please fail this.
Cool.
Please fail this.
You inexplicably...
Cool.
Nah, 8.
after the victim's
Fast cars.
name, with your eyes bulging like some wild beast. Your fingers are fidgeting and sweat starts forming on your brow as Titus looks at you oddly.
I don't understand what's so cool here.
Cool.
Nothing.
Cool.
We just have a few more questions. Then we'll be on our way.
Cool.
It sounds like you're having a heart attack. Whatever you said, it couldn't have been that bad. Please relax.
Cool.
Whatever you do, do not tell him you know her. That would sound off, calm, normal. Try to forget this little hiccup.
So, when was rape?
We did it before we killed him. He's not gonna do it again. So what does it matter?
It would help if we establish a timeline.
All right. 2 weeks, maybe? I don't know. I need another beer.
Here you go, boss.
What's your relationship to Nice Lady?
I know her.
How well do you know her?
A small twitch in the corner of Kim's mouth. He has a hunch about what knowing means.
Well enough, Copper. We party. She's been here for a few months.
He tries to make it sound real casual, but the muscles on his neck tighten.
So she's not around here.
Nah, she's an immigrant. Or a drifter of some sort. Been staying here over the winter.
Don't you give her any more trouble. She's just had some bad luck, that's all. Shut up, Angie. She doesn't need your help.
Titus gives them both a look. They fall silent. What's with all the silences? It's like these guys don't know how to feel about this. You should keep picking at it. And what was up with the partying she and Titus did? It sounded fun.
You said you partied. That's cool. Cool.
That's
very
cool.
Did you karaoke? Sex, drugs, and karaoke.
Sex, drugs, and karaoke. All of the above.
Yes. And no. Got something to say about it?
Oh, okay. Could have had more fun if you did karaoke. So the two of you were close.
No, we just fucked. That's all. I'm not gonna
He sounds kind of sad about that.
No, I wanted a girlfriend. She was just in it for my body.
He really went out of his way to seem comfortable with this topic. That's all you're gonna get for now. He's doing a good job here. A commendable performance of I don't give a shit.
You're right, I don't.
Good boy.
Okay, this turned out better than expected.
Nope.
You fucking had to, didn't you?
Yep.
Not the way I do.
Okay, this turned out better than expected.
I mean, that's true.
This is accurate. So
I think we're
was-
good here.
Hold on, we're gathering information. I don't think we're going to be able to shoot ourselves in the foot. If that line is not going to shoot us in the foot, nothing will. So
Relationship? There was no fucking relationship. He raped her. That's their relationship.
Something is off here. His anger is possessive.
Was like that karaoke incident all over again. Or like some
What
of the
now?
other girls he was harassing.
he grabbed her at karaoke. Okay.
Oh yeah.
I'm
okay.
starting to put a picture together in my head, and I don't know.
Okay, enough. All of this is irrelevant to your stated investigation.
That's not true. But that seems to be all we're going to get.
Yeah.
That's fine. We have another witness to talk to.
Yes.
Remember what I said. Freight train of pain.
Yeah, his voice actor did a really good job.
No,
for
this guy's
Titus.
fucking brilliant.
This guy's great.
I'm wondering if
originally it was oh, Kim wants to talk to us.
Oh, let's talk to Kim. Originally it was
Officer, what was that?
You mean the sweating and the fidgeting when he mentioned her name?
I ain't do no sweating, no fidgeting. What are you talking about?
Originally, it was Matt Chrisman from the Chapo podcast. He doesn't like video games in general. He thinks they make people reactionary, which
Quivering jello eyes.
which I could kind of see. I can't really entirely disagree with that, but I think he's got issues with the actual mechanics of the thing. So it was really weird hearing him in a video game. And it wasn't a terrible performance. It was okay. He had a real good delivery on like, oh yeah, here come the big dick cops. Yeah, okay, you know.
You were coming
but he was not as good as this guy.
Do you know?
No,
Nowhere
that guy had like intimidating growl down to a fucking science. Whoever this guy is. Yes.
Is there something I should know before we talk to her?
Whatever you do, don't say the first thing.
I didn't. Don't tell me what to do, Rhetoric.
What you're saying is, you raped her?
No, that's exactly what I didn't say.
You need to listen to your thoughts more often.
Cavity.
I do. I listen to them when they have my best interests at heart.
Then don't ever say that again.
I tried to hit on her.
Understood.
She said I'm gonna have to interrogate her later. Did she say that?
Yes, she did.
Oh, okay.
It is. This would have been good to know before.
It didn't come up!
Anything else?
She knows I didn't remember being a cop.
That's manageable.
I met her in the hallway.
Understood. You were not in good shape on Monday.
That conversation would have made more sense if I had done it in order.
We'll be alright, Lieutenant. This is nothing.
All right,
You feel
second room.
fortified by his assurance. It's going to be all right.
I think we can just knock on her door.
Matt has brain worms.
He could. I mean, I do listen to that podcast from time to time, and I'm not
still in for a bumpy ride
a
here.
politics person, so I don't always get what he's talking about.
You've recommended it to me a couple of times, and I still haven't.
I recommended a very specific episode to you.
Yeah, and I still haven't done that yet. But, like...
Sometimes I'll listen to it going to work, and it's like something to zone out to, and sometimes I realize I don't even listen to it.
I'm a real hard sell for podcasts.
Like I will listen to... It's funny, because if I listen to that going to work, I will save Bizarre Podcast for on the way home when I'm happy and going home. It's almost like I'm trying to temper my expectations in the right way.
I've fallen
or my
off
emotions in the right way.
In the last few... I tried listening to it once and realized my podcast list is filled. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
The door is closed.
That's Kim's room.
Who is it?
Oh. It's not Kim's room?
Control.
No, Kim's room is in the middle.
This is the police. Can we...
And the door is unselectable.
Come on up. The door is open. I'm drying my hair.
Sounds like it's coming from upstairs somewhere.
The woman smoking on the roof.
Snoop around before going up.
Ah, you made the connection.
Her apartment... So, the fucking light is being weird, but that's the Shining carpet pattern on the wall there.
That hexagon pattern?
It's not orange, but... Yeah, I used to listen to a lot of Maximum Fun stuff. I applied for a job and they turned me down. I'm not bitter or nothing. I used to listen to Taz and Mabim Bam, and I listened to enough of it. I just kind of got tired of both of them.
I was actually the time when I was really listening to Chapo is when they were getting really involved with the Bernie campaign, and they were very involved with that. So it was kind of like extra debilitating when that ended.
This medicine cabinet is full of wares, sheets of pills, haphazardly.
But otherwise, I will never mention that I listen to that because people will get very weird with you when you do.
I've got a lot of people I listen to that like will cause reactions.
Pharmaceuticals line the shelves, sheet upon sheet of pill bottle next to pill bottle.
Usually YouTubers,
acid,
though.
APAP.
Yes. Same thing with certain YouTubers, but I don't really watch anything controversial on there these days.
I like ContraPoints there. I said it. I think she's insightful and funny.
Okay. People are constantly fighting with them.
Yeah.
And everything. Yeah, I know all the shit surrounding them.
There's quite a collection of drugs.
Anything of note?
Bombcast is good. I haven't listened to them in a long time.
Pill bottles rattle like bones as you search the cabinet. Paracetamol, histoperidol, something in a foreign language you can't read. Behind them, an unusually shaped nasal spray. Its label reads Nacra.
Will it fuck me up?
Nacran?
This is used to treat opioid overdoses.
Yes, okay.
Always handy to have around.
Yeah.
Okay.
Interesting. That's used for diamorphine overdoses.
Pill bottles. Nacra. This is the lieutenant.
If it's for overdoses, I don't need it. I need the opioids.
Probably Messinian or Gottwaldian. Marked red blister packs you find. What do you find? This is going to take a little.
This is an easy check for us.
Is there anything more interesting here?
A bright orange bottle with
7
stamped on it in sunny, happy letters. Jackpot, baby. That's the stuff you're looking for. Your palms begin to sweat just holding that little plastic container.
Oh, red check.
We've got plenty of speed.
What's so exciting about this little orange bottle?
It's speed, man. Just what you were looking for. They call it dextroamphetamine and talk about psychological disorders. But what we're seeing here is some scientifically advanced trucker speed.
Sneaky.
Silently, the bottle slides into your palm. Then, as you turn, into your pocket.
Oh, no, whatever.
Feels so sleek and beautiful. You got it. Here comes the afterburner. Time to become a super detective again, Harry. Just put it in your sweaty little hand now.
I mean, we don't need it at this moment. We may need it later.
I don't think it's reasonable to judge a person based on, like, celebrities they do or do not like.
In most cases, yes. I feel like there's probably some Hinge case where I'd be like, oh, you're really into that person? I have questions. But yeah, I think that's kind of on the mark.
Yeah, I mean, you have to go to the real far extremes. You're fucking Alex Joneses of the world. But, like, they don't, in those cases, they don't do anything other than try to make things worse.
Right.
Like, Russell Brand is a fucking dipshit anti-vaxxer, turns out. I still think he's funny sometimes, or has been in the past.
Wasn't he like, didn't he go psycho before becoming a big anti-vaxxer?
I mean, he's always had addiction and mental health problems for a long time, and in very various what you call it, manifestations. Fucking Ira Glass. Ugh.
I don't remember who that is.
Ira Glass is This American Life on NPR.
Oh, one of those very, like...
He is a very, like, stereotypical, nerdy-looking Jewish guy. Picture, like, Buddy Holly-esque. And he just tells stories. He collects and relates stories about, like, oh, yeah, we found this town down in Atlanta that has been dealing with the accident on the highway that, you know, left them isolated for 6 months or something.
This window is pristine on the inside, unlike the one next to it. Light from the desk lamp reflects off the glass in an untarnished golden halo.
Touch the
Smooth
glass.
as ice. There are spots of mud and rain on the outside, even smudges. But the surface of the window is clear from the inside. No chips, no hairline fractures. Following your lead, the lieutenant leans in closer to inspect the surface.
This glass is new.
Looks like it, yes.
You know which window has not been recently replaced?
The one I smashed in my room?
Yes, that one. Cold wind is seeping in right now. Just one floor below you. Messing up your concentration here.
Stop distracting him! He has work to do! Plus, if I recall, the window has been giving him shit ever since he got here!
Yeah, thank you, Necktie.
All right. It's time for intense interview.
Oh, I'm sorry I said I want to make a fuck at you. I didn't know. I was just trying to be honest and forthright. Content warning for this interview. Okay.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I imagine we might have some graphic descriptions of sexual assault coming up in the near future.
Possibly.
So let's see what's in this room.
The same small, heavy door. No lock in sight.
I don't know, Lieutenant Ufrater. It is not the first closed door we found in this building. There is also your mysterious blue kitchen door. I don't know. The further we get, the more this building seems to be tied to the case. The vigilantes, the cadaver, and a number of people connected to the case are in or around this building. This door is part of it. It's not unimportant.
So maybe the door below is a mega investigation.
No, still a mini investigation.
Okay.
Push.
It's barred from the inside. You hear the bar rattle in the brackets.
This could be important.
Sounds like it's heavy, too. Very sturdy.
Put that content warning aside. We're gonna break some shit.
Well, maybe we should talk to her first.
Oh, but I want to break the door down.
At least get the conversation with her started and see if she has anything to say about the door.
What could she possibly say that would make it easier to kick a door down?
I don't know.
Okay, pull that content warning back out.
Welcome to the roof.
Her hair is still slick from the shower. Below her silvery jumpsuit, an athletic young body, built long and lean.
I don't want the keys. I want to break some shit. I am part of the anti-object task force.
I'm sorry for the mess down there. The cleaning lady hasn't come by in days.
Oh,
I'm
nice.
beginning to wonder if she ever will.
Nice view you've got up here.
It's much nicer now.
Where the dead body used to hang, clearly visible from the roof, but no longer.
Thank you for that, officers. Truly.
There is something in her light brown eyes, a sadness, when she thinks about the death of that man.
You mentioned a cleaning lady.
Oh, yes. Legends of room number 1 have made their way around the building. They say a portal to hell has opened in there.
Disco Infernum.
They also say that's why the cleaning lady quit. Because of the Infernum.
Oh.
Oh, that makes sense.
That's my fault.
I'm Kim Kitsuragi. I'm a detective from Precinct 57. I believe you have already met my colleague from Precinct 41.
Have I ever?
I'm the straight man here, but
This
not
is the
in
fabled
that way.
cop of the apocalypse. What happened, man? The end was supposed to be mere seconds away.
I'm so tired
Why
of
we're
that
still
joke.
here?
I've probably complained about this before, but like whenever I'm driving somewhere and one of my gay friends is giving me directions, they make that joke. It's like, great, but like I still need to know where the fuck we're going.
Great, but I need to know the fucking directions. I hate when people do that when they're trying to relay important information to you.
I assume this is the apocalypse cop, just like looking around the world. Fucking end already. I am no longer the cop of the apocalypse.
Oh, well, you know, I'm sad to hear that.
You don't smell like a comrade.
We are investigating the murder of the man down there. The people who put him there have asked us to talk to you.
Huh. I see.
Be careful. Ask something else first. When you go there, use words like, I hear you have been through something difficult.
What's your name, for the record?
Lazier Amondu.
Same name that Titus gave you. It sounds Oranese, as does her accent. Her birthmarks also signal Oranje. You don't know why, but Oranese girls tend to come speckled with them.
Are you from Oranje?
Right, sir. Vredefort, Republic of Oranje. I guess you could say I am an Oranese expatriate.
How old are you?
I'm 28.
What do you do?
Something stupid.
What's that?
Oranese lit. Oranese literature. It's what I
she's a
studied at
student.
the university.
What's that all about?
Fear of failure, fear of death, how it sucks to be Oranese. All national literatures are... Only the name of the nation changes.
Great!
What about Revacholian literature? People sometimes reveal things about themselves when they discuss such matters.
Revacholian literature too?
No. Revacholian lit is about how magnificent and serious Revachol is. It's about how you have to save the world.
I have no intention of doing that.
That's just a phase the Revacholian hero goes through. Before they plunge into full core humanity and world saving.
Hey, get that Joseph Conrad bullshit out of here.
She seems quite relaxed for a victim of
Hardcore
assault.
humanity and world saving.
Of course, what seems should not.
Yeah, the hero with 1,000 faces. Thank you.
The record. So official.
Nice room you got here.
Yeah. It's pretty deluxe.
No one likes to talk about their dirty laundry and their empty bottles. Maybe if you phrase it emotionally.
That window's new. No. Hate to say it, but you got sad all over the place.
I've contaminated it pretty bad.
Is that why you're out here?
The contamination spreads from room to room. First,
This voice actor's also doing a really good job.
Yeah. Then I found the handle for the summer door.
What's the nature of this contamination?
For me, it's a mix of me with a lack of cleaning services. How about you? Talk
No,
around
same.
the establishment is. You have an industrial sad spill in there.
Somewhere below, military-grade SAD is dripping off the walls. You should say the first thing. It's honest. It will lead to introspection.
I hate
So-
objects. I like the first one though.
Yeah, something bad in my head.
That's
in
where it
the
always
past.
comes from, isn't it? From the head and from the past.
It's a feeling, white and filled with doom, gaseous, invisible, deadly.
Sounds like an advanced form of what I've got. With a bit of old love sprinkled on top.
Doesn't feel like love.
Are you sure? Love is terror.
So what are you doing here in the whirling in regs?
I'm wintering.
How long have you been staying here?
About 4 months. I came in November.
Oh, so it's like March.
Why here?
Here in the Whirling, here in Martinez, or here in Revachol?
The whirling.
Because it's the funkiest building in Martinez. And because all the other buildings are bombed to hell.
Also that. Where does that door lead?
You tell me, officer. I've been trying to open it, in case the contamination gets to the roof and I have to move on. No luck.
The window's new.
It is.
Yep.
The lieutenant makes a note in his notebook. He finds the answer unsatisfying.
I looked through your shit.
Thank you. I've put a lot of time and effort into it.
Technically, possession of narcotics is legal in Revachol, but you should still reprimand her.
Shut up, authority.
Don't listen to the stiff. Be cool.
How did you amass such a hoard?
With money, sir. It's not exactly the NT-star size caboodle I intend for it to be one day, but it's getting there.
Yeah, it's a bit smaller because we stole from you.
Or was a Vespertine rock and roll star who liked to do drugs. He did so many drugs, he eventually mutated into a corpse.
Most of us tend to.
That's how that works. That's as far as that goes,
Very funky.
Funka-dunka-dunk.
Okay.
Watching herself reflected in the bedroom window, tall and sparkling and draped in smoke.
Alright, are we...
I have a personal question.
Yes. You're just one room away. Very personal.
Were you in Sunday? I need to know what I did before I
You
lose
do
my
not
memory.
need to know that. What you need is to ask normal police questions, like...
Get a grip, he thinks. At least do your personal stuff when I'm not here.
God damn it. Well, nothing to delay it with now. They tell us you've been through something difficult.
Something difficult? I've been through at least half a dozen difficult things. Which one do you mean?
Let's be a cop. Were you sexually assaulted?
By sexually assaulted, you mean raped?
Yes.
It's a bit early in the morning for raped, isn't it?
It is. It's only 9 a.m. Jesus Christ.
She sounds positively buoyant, vivacious, totally unbothered.
Okay, so I want to put this on record now before this conversation goes any further. I have a sneaking suspicion that she might not have been raped, that she left Titus for this mercenary guy, and he got jealous, and this is his justification that he made up. I don't know if that's true or not, but I just want to put that here now, because if that is what happens, I called it. It's not that early.
She looks around. The sun has risen over the sea. People are rushing to work below.
It is. It's murderously early. I'm amazed I'm awake. Why am I even awake?
So, were you?
Yeah. I'm gonna go with not raped. I don't want to say that shit about him. Tell them it's not my style. They'll have to, you know, if they want to jazz up the charges, they'll have to get someone more, rapeable.
It's all very organic. Her mannerisms, her movements. If she's acting, she's quite different.
She has all of the electrochemistry.
By they, she means the Hardy Boys.
Are you saying that you were asked to tell us you were assaulted?
Not explicitly, but I understood what they meant. It wouldn't hurt to spice things up a bit. Some assault and battery. Sexual assault, maybe. It was clear the latter would be spicier.
What did happen between you and the victim?
We partied.
You mean like a birthday party?
Yes. We made balloon animals, drank lemonade, inflated a bouncy castle.
Did you rim the lemonade glasses with sugar? I like to do that.
Yeah, I love that too. We frosted the unwrapped my bike. There was a petting zoo with little white rabbits.
Really?
Really?
I would like it to have been that way, but
How was it?
we drank, sir. A lot. For weeks, basically. We had that effect on each other. We made each other harder. That's why I liked him.
What else?
That's really dangerous,
Stimulants.
actually.
I mean, sure.
Also has that effect, making you drink harder. And then drinking harder makes you do more speed. It's quite the combination. We also had sex.
You were lovers?
I guess you can say that, yes. A bit. Lovers is such an emotional word. But there was something there. We did enough drugs for there to be.
How did you two meet?
Yeah, that one, I forget exactly what he said, but dog, you pointed it out. That one line Titus had where he was just like, oh, I just fucked her or something like that. It's
Yeah.
like, oh, there's something there.
Downstairs, at the bar. He was on some sort of assignment. A military man, as you probably know. Had a cool, scary scar.
She appears aloof, but that scar part, the scary, is stressed and drawn out. What's that about? Apprehension? With longing. She misses him.
So everybody was just kind of free partying, and she switched over to a different guy. Titus got jealous.
When was this?
A month ago? Something like that. Pretty much.
Warming them.
So what did they hang him for?
He had something to do with the strike. One has been roiling since I got here. Rotten timing.
Oh, or maybe it was actually related to the fucking strike. I guess that's an option too.
And his role
Maybe
in
it's
this
bigger than
trouble.
that.
Maybe it's both.
I think he was in a security detail. He was ex-military, worked for Wild Pines, and against the Union. We didn't discuss work much, if you know what I mean. But I understood it was dangerous.
And they lynched him for it?
She nods.
Okay, there wasn't as much of a content warning situation as I was thinking.
No, but you cannot walk into this conversation without saying that because you are totally expecting it to be
Sure, no, that's totally fair. Like I understand that, but like
yeah, it's very
it's the
yeah.
What's the It's like with that Viking game, that Viking lady with schizophrenia. You know what I'm talking about?
You mean the Banner Saga?
No, I streamed it a while back. Hellblade.
Oh yeah, okay.
Where they like tell you that your data is going to be erased to put you in a mindset so they can break that later when it turns out not to be true.
Yeah. I'm not sure how I feel about that when it comes to erasing your data.
I mean, they don't.
It's like how Undertale did that, but it was for a very quick joke.
Yeah.
And it was obvious that your data was not erased the second you die.
And this was more to keep like a set of, you know, like a sense of tension and paranoia throughout the game. Like they deliberately lied to you for that purpose. The problem was the game gets really fucking janky toward the end and you end up dying a lot anyway, and it kind of gives truth to the lie really quickly.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, why did they shoot this guy?
Bullet? They shot him too?
I'm not picking up on any theatrecraft here, sir. The pause is sincere.
Drama's got my back.
Clothes, and they shot him?
You mean after they hanged him?
I'm confused, sorry.
So am I. Were you aware that he had also been shot, miss?
Things are starting to go a little over my head here. I thought he was hanged. I was not present when they did it. I don't know what happened. I just know what they told me. And Sylvie, the bartender.
Oh yeah, Sylvie.
It's hard to know what to think about that answer.
I don't know things.
She's just tired. Don't push her too much.
What can you tell me? I need info, details. What you got?
I'm sorry, I can't do it. Not right now. Later, maybe. I keep seeing him. Like he is now. I can't talk about his... I don't know. Hair.
I know it's difficult, miss. We can return to it later.
How do you know the Hardy Boys?
They're frequent guests. Downstairs, they have a booth for union members. They're probably down there now.
And how did you meet?
Over drinks. It's been a long, boring winter.
Did you have the balloon animals?
A little, yeah.
Like you partied with the deceased?
Petting zoo?
No, not as hard.
I'm sorry to have to ask this, but have you had a physical relationship with any of the Hardy Boys?
Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Kim.
You should be the one doing
I
this.
have.
Which one?
Which ones, sir? I don't remember precisely. Titus, obviously. But as I said, it's been a long winter.
I don't remember all the people I slept with.
Could that be why they lynched him? Jealousy?
I hope not. Actually, I know that's not the reason. I'm careful about that kind of thing. Not crossing the wires, you know? But that's probably where they got the rape idea.
What do you mean?
Men like that? I don't know. It's the way their imaginations work. I suspect it's what they'd like to do to me.
She changes balance from one foot to another, crossing her legs.
I mean, this just seems tasteless and not even like in a funny way, so I'm not gonna
No, it's
bother.
not.
That, though, it must have been hard for you seeing him across
I've had
the
a great view. From the roof, out of the bathroom window, in my dreams.
Mine too.
It's a cringe.
Yeah.
It hurts. You look to the lieutenant. He takes a small step closer.
You called us, the RCM.
Yes.
You're the one who made the call.
That was you.
And I would appreciate it if you didn't tell everyone. In Martinez, they call it snitching.
Reporting crimes is confidential in Revachol, miss.
Why'd you do it then?
Because I couldn't handle it anymore. None of these people called. He just kept hanging there. Then they started stripping him.
Tearing off his armor, demeaning him, throwing rocks at him.
The voice was disguised. Did you...
I didn't exactly disguise it. I just muffled the mic and nicked the landline a little.
How?
With nail clippers. And I diverted some radio fuzz into it. Into the cold wire.
Which landline?
The one downstairs.
Ah, that's why the phone's been fucked up.
That's some clever tampering. Simple and clever. Crossing the lines like that.
Nifty.
Thanks.
She looks a bit like a little girl who's just been complimented on her bike repair skills.
Why go through all that trouble?
I don't know, sir. It was stupid. I was drunk, too. I was probably afraid the union was listening in. Locals say they have ears in the wires.
We're not entirely convinced about that answer, but okay, let it slide. Pushing won't help here.
Thank you for making the call, miss. It was the right thing to do.
I didn't
It's the
want
only
to,
reason
sir.
we're here.
But if I hadn't, he'd still be hanging there.
Thank you for telling all that.
Okay, that's a lot of information.
And weariness. The air
My
on the roof.
lack of social graces didn't bite me in the ass as hard as I was afraid.
Should we head back downstairs, officer? We may have
Because
things
we
to
gotta
discuss
talk. We gotta talk to Hardy now.
Let's go.
Also, the door.
Also,
Can
we gotta
can
break
break
some
down
shit.
the door.
My reward for not fucking that up is break shit.
Physical instrument +1. Maybe the armor. No, it's pain threshold. That's terrible for that.
+1.
The same small, heavy door. No lock
Hmm.
inside.
I need an 11. That's...
You sure? I think you need a 10. Well, you can try it and then try it again.
Yeah. And again, even if I need to.
Yeah, I mean, save your game if you want. Oh yeah, we also got booze.
Yeah, I can take a beer. I don't have anything to stack it with, but
it's fine. Cam, we're just gonna drink at 9:30 in the morning.
Don't mind me.
Also, Kim wants to talk to us.
Same small, heavy door. No lock in sight.
There we go. That's a little better. We'll talk to Kim after we do this.
Uh-oh.
You kick it, gung-ho style.
Oh, you just got under
Entering
it.
the premises style. But the door fails to respect the force.
Respect the force.
Is the bar rattling inside, laughing at you?
All right, let's trash the place.
It's not.
I presume you want to talk about...
We have more to discuss with those so-called hardy boys. Half their reasoning just went out the window.
You think this will make them cooperate?
Nothing will make them respect the RCM, but it will disrupt the game they prepared for us. We just stripped off one layer of whatever it is. Her decision to not corroborate their story was definitely not part of the plan.
Yeah, they're not going to be happy about that.
What else could she have done? Lie? She saw there was no way to lie and get away with it.
I'm not sure she had to lie. I wouldn't have known.
If not
I'm
you,
a dipshit.
then me. It was a smart move from her.
Something's off here.
You think so? She seemed forthcoming. Unusually so. Being forthcoming about some things is a good way to obscure other things. The best liars are always forthcoming. Anyway, we should move. I suspect our investigation will bring us back here soon enough.
Most like. Now I'm going to put a point into physical instrument. And kick this fucking door again.
The same small, heavy door. No lock in sight.
Ow.
You give it another, more ferocious kick.
6.
The door still does not move.
Demolish the place.
I don't see how this is going to give new results. There must be another way in there.
Below, in the union box, was there something behind the window? In the hawthorn branches, brushing against the glass?
Oh?
No one knows. It is a fleeting feeling.
Is it that box over there?
No. It's that perception check. That I am now remembering Scruffapone mentioned earlier, but I forgot that he said that. And anyway, now I have a reason to go look down there. It is time!
It is time. It might be time.
We should now see what was not meant to be seen.
Yeah, our perception's high as shit. We should be able to do that.
It's still a very high check, even without the modifier. It's like an 18. It's like a 15 or an 18. I can't remember which. It is time. Once the loading screens are done.
So I got one more.
God damn it. This is fucking killing me. Yeah, I'll talk to you guys in a second. I got more important things to do.
Again, you find yourself looking at that big old window.
check my clothes.
We also have drugs.
We also have drugs. Let's see, 7 total. Plus bonuses. Let's take some drugs. We have so many drugs. Hey guys, don't mind me. How are Monica's titties today?
Whoa. Careful there.
Again, you find yourself looking at that big old window. There's a yellow ribbon tied to one of the branches. Light yellow, faded with time. A tiny splash of color in the black.
I can feel her titty in my mind's eye. Also, welcome, Hippofan. A key?
It's close enough to the latch up there. One can slide it open and just take it. Surely not a coincidence.
Huh?
I need you guys to get that key for me.
And I need the fatty to get his feet amputated because the smell is killing me. We can't always get what we want.
God damn it, Dennis. You know I can't help it.
Sorry, fucko. These guys won't help you. Looks like you're gonna have to go bush diving. The Hawthorne's got a bitch of a bite.
I'm gonna enjoy the sight of you in the bushes out there.
With a loud thud, the old man stands up, pushes the window open, grabs the key from the hawthorn branch, and slides it across the table to you. The key is brass. Workshop spare is etched into its bow. The old man closes the window and sits back down in silence.
Thank you, old man.
We were just having some fun. Where's the harm in?
I'm tired of listening to your shit. Don't thank me. I don't give 2 shits about your key.
I wonder what doors does it open.
Could open the door in the kitchen. The blue door. It says workshop spare. Maybe there's a workshop there?
Let's go try it.
You see ahead. The key fits the dimple lock. It takes a bit of effort to turn it after all these years. But then, the lock clicks. Dust rises before you like mist. A tomb? Haunted by regal spirits from distant ages? No. Smells like engine grease and cut wood. A workshop.
The blue door. Fuck yeah, pinball!
I'm going to go eat dinner real quick. I'll be back soon.
A note, the spare key is tied to the bush outside the corner room window. Great, thanks. See you soon. I'm going to investigate the blue door.
This small elevator is dimly lit by a bulb that's been glowing for ages. The latticed cage is open, inviting you to step inside.
Take a little peek.
Smells of nougat and sweat. Your head brushes up against the ceiling. There is a control panel to your right, and just enough room for 2 people to fit in.
Hey, Kim, let's get cozy.
The maintenance card under the control panel reads, Last maintenance, 10th July, 88.
Fuck!
That it does. I say, let's brave it.
The elevator was last maintained in the future?
No, it was maintained in 88 of the previous century.
So this is not a message from the future.
No, I think the bureaucrats just forgot about this backroom elevator after the revolution.
I wonder what the elevator was used for.
Seems like a small freight elevator for transporting machinery. For that, it's pretty quaint.
What are the controls?
There are large rectangular buttons. Monter, descend, and an international call for emergency assistance. That third one appears to be broken.
There shall be no assistance.
A small steel plaque reads Halter 800. Halter is a Koningsteiner lift company who went out of business a long, long time ago.
Well, up we go. Pinball schematics. Pinball maker's coat. Nice. That hand-eye coordination will come in handy when it comes time to shave. Let's see. What have we got? Perception. No, we need our kimono back. Perception, drama, electrochemistry, drama. We need our disco trousers. Perception, electrochemistry, Inland Empire. Okay, cool. What the fuck is this? Bullets. This is... I've got one bullet. Oh, I never found my... Oh, I never found my gun. My gun. I lost my gun. Shit.
So this is where they brought 40 pinball machines to fix them up. A long time ago. Everything is covered with dust now. The lieutenant looks around the dusty, crowded room, inspecting the tools on the shelf.
This used to be a pinball workshop.
Looks like it. I'm guessing Martinez North 22 used to be a pinball arcade before it became a hostel. There are machines left over.
A creak. Some dust falls off a shelf.
Downstairs in the hall, next to the main door. One of them even works. I've seen one of the hearties bang away at it.
Remember the dice maker? Then that means...
The Whirling and Rags was once the East Delta Pinball Arcade.
Ah, yes, as the novelty dice maker said. This has absolutely nothing to do with the case, I'm sure. But I do like a nice little connection.
But then it went bankrupt. Your skin crawls from making the connection.
Could this mean that the Whirling Rags really is part of the doomed commercial area?
It's true. Then our cafeteria manager is not going to like it. We should tell him what we found up here, omitting that suspicion. He does not appear to be the kind of man who likes his establishment to be part of a neighborhood ghost story about bankruptcy.
It's not a ghost story. It's a curse, and Garp ought to be made knowledgeable so he can perform counterspells.
Looks like they gave up on fixing pinball machines.
At some point, 20 years ago, 15 maybe, before pinball went out of vogue.
What is this?
You clearly see footprints in the downy carpet of dust covering the workshop floor.
Jackpot. These, unlike everything else here, are new.
Let's have a closer look.
Large prints, most likely made by Boots. The size is hard to determine. Soul could be bigger than Vamp. The soles have left a pattern, uniform, horizontal lines. One person has been here. They've gone back and forth. The tips point both ways.
The prints look like one person went back and forth.
And that.
This print doesn't look like the odd-souled print we found at the hanging.
The size looks about the same, actually. They're not the same shoe, but they could be the same person.
Oh, that's fair. Doesn't look like work boots, though.
These little horizontal lines are different. They look custom-made to me. Or some kind of foreign print. Hard to say. Still a boot, though.
Everything around you is quiet. The prints crisscross the workshop floor.
Someone's been
3 weeks maximum, from the dust cover age. It could easily have been 1 week, too. You know, officer.
This is good. He likes it. There's a little smile there, in the dark of the workshop.
The Blue Door was a mega investigation after all. It has now converged with our main investigation, which I would say is quite large.
What does that mean?
It means someone snuck through what seems like a secret route, behind Classius' room, in the recent weeks. This may prove to be significant.
You can almost see the shape of a man and a woman writhing inside, bathed in drug sweat and dirty linens.
I can see into the bedroom from here.
You can barely see through. Better not to jump to sensationalist conclusions here. The footprints on the floor, however, definitely suspicious.
Boring footprints. I want to jump to sensationalist conclusions.
Me too. What were those people doing?
You lean closer to the peephole instinctively. I bet they're doing something quite unnatural. They're sensationally unnatural. If your mesolimbic reward pathway were to venture a guess, one of the bottles is probably being put somewhere it doesn't belong. And were your glands to venture another guess, they would add to that another bottle is being put somewhere very close to that. The bottle is a bit smaller, you see.
Finish the thought. Oh, I guess that's all there.
This is the barred door you tried to kick in before. The door shudders a bit, as though it were laughing at you.
I healed myself. So what's on the other side?
We've veered off into a folded M dimension. I'm expecting to step out on the roof. We could ask Classius about his route. See how she reacts?
Folded M dimension. A reference to the popular science fiction series, In System. Look who's in a good mood suddenly, and reads science fiction.
Nerd.
Yes. It is quite likely that we will re-emerge on the M plane. Brace for psychokinetic impact. Or the roof. Just as you look at the flowers, a gust of wind raises them from the roof, picking them up in the air.
Move your hand, fast!
The wind brushes them off the roof. They're gone.
Fuck!
Hello, officer. What brings you up here again?
We talked to you about your room again.
Yeah?
What did you know about that door there?
I did not. Mystery solved then. I kept wondering where it led.
There may be more to this mystery at some later time. She's holding back. Let's make a mental note for now.
There's a peephole looking into your bedroom.
A peephole? You mean like a hole in the wall?
Yes, looking into your bedroom, miss.
Okay.
A jitter of fear and disgust moves through her body, beginning from her shoulders and ending in her hips. The cigarette tastes foul to her now.
Do you think this is somehow connected to me?
Could be.
Okay. Do you have any way of knowing how long it has been there?
Unfortunately, no. But if I were to guess, long enough. The perforation is under the bookshelf on your wall. It should not be hard to cover with some tape.
If it is recent, who do you think made it?
I don't know. Maybe it's been there for a long time. Maybe the local kids use it or something. I don't know. I'll be fucking covering it up with a lot of tape, that's for sure. Was there anything else back there?
Tracks on the floor. Recent.
This isn't good.
She's straight as a stick, suddenly.
Old pinball workshop.
Okay. I'm glad someone's had fun. Mm-hmm.
She's lost in thought. Eyes narrowed. Forehead furrowed.
Other questions.
All right.
Oh, man. I was hoping that would... Fuck.
Why not? I'll be here until 11 p.m. drinking coffee, most likely.
Okay, well... Let's see what we can do about volition. Not taking off the tie. I don't know why I got this cough all of a sudden. Put on the body armor. That's all we got. And oh, -1 from damage usually. I didn't even know that was a thing.
Alright, I'm back. What's going on?
We found the pinball workshop and a peephole.
Oh, did you?
Yes.
I guess there's no need to ask where.
Into Nice Lady's bedroom.
Yeah.
And I think electrochemistry was trying to imply that our mercenary friend liked to get pegged with a beer bottle.
Okay, whatever.
I mean, I'm not here to judge.
Yeah, I mean, you want a butt chug, you can do that. You gotta get that drunk. It's not my problem. It's your kidneys. It's your liver's problem, my dude.
Yeah.
Look her in the eye.
Soft, light brown eyes look back at you, directly into the space behind your eye sockets. You see the smoke rise from between her painted red lips. She's beautiful. I have bad news for you.
What?
You know these guys?
What guys?
Me? Yes, you. He's talking about you, you boring stiff.
Uh-oh.
You too. Me? What did I do?
What did Logic and Drama do?
These guys are compromised. She's got them singing along to her tune. The little bleeps and bloops you trust for info, you can't trust them anymore.
Oh my god!
Oh my god.
Which ones exactly are affected?
There's no way of knowing. At the moment, I'm afraid it's best to assume. All of them.
So this is what I was thinking of when your characteristics interact with each other.
Mm-hmm.
Bullshit.
I was thinking of this moment.
I ain't compromised.
Electrochemistry, we know what you want at all times.
That guy's the most compromised one in here.
No, I'm pretty sure he just wears everything on his fucking sleeve as much as possible.
No fucking way, man. I just want a drag of that sweet menthol Ziggy.
Yeah.
Really? Quick. Tell me what's under her jumpsuit. Glory. Truth. Softness. Protect her. She wants you. I take it back. He's got it pretty bad. But this next guy's on another level entirely. She likes you. The crown head is a boring condom. He's jealous. This is human nature.
Suggestion is also compromised.
How did this happen?
How it always does. Through subtlety.
What can I do?
There's nothing you can do about it. You are how you are, and she is how she is. Things will go as they do.
Can't you turn them normal again?
No.
Why?
Better to know you're being played than to be played without knowing it, is it not?
Does that mean she's been lying to me?
Yes. Mr. Thespian here has been singing paeans to how truthful she is. She is a lady, most fair and just.
Fuck you, Drama. Shut up.
In his defense, to reduce him to such inadequacy, She probably had to employ half-truths more often than outright lies. That is correct. And omissions too.
Can I trust that guy?
A little. They're all still of limited use, interpreting things to the best of their ability. Maybe they add flair or something. I wouldn't know. I don't add flair. But when it comes to assessments of character and factual accuracy, they are not to be trusted. Not with her.
Can I trust any of them ever again?
Don't be melodramatic. You can trust them. Just not with her.
Cute lady makes all things bad not work good no more.
A light green speck and imperfection on the outer rim of her right iris. It sparkles.
What is her plan?
You can't draw a sound conclusion. The one who usually does says she may want to control the information rollout, not to become a suspect. She may have a past she's escaping, unrelated to this case. You doubt it's something truly insidious. See? It's oddly moderate. Probably compromised.
I've been talking to myself long enough.
Don't worry. It's only been 4 or 5 seconds. You've got this.
Miss, are you manipulating me?
She exhales a little cloud of smoke and says,
God, no. Not my favorite topic, but okay. How about we, yeah? Alright, sure.
Can I look at your passport?
I'm afraid you can't, officer.
Why is that?
Because it's buried in a sealed plastic bag at an undisclosed location on the coast, along with cash and airline tickets.
Thank you for your candor. Why?
They say so in your tourist brochure. Keep travel documents away from your person when west of the river.
Well, then how do I know you've told us your real name?
If I were to lie to you, I would come up with a more mainstream name than Clausia Mondu. It's a weird name.
She seems to be telling the truth, sire.
Shut up, drama. We know we can't trust you.
I'm pretty sure I have the legal right to demand your passport.
Look, officers, I like this place, but I don't want to be stuck wandering the city like a ghost after being robbed of my travel documents. I don't want to become an indentured servant in a brothel on Boogie Street. And I don't want my relatives to pay the ransom.
Fine.
Okie dokie.
If any of this made her nervous, it certainly doesn't show in her expression or her movements.
What do you do with Oranje lit?
I do nothing with it.
How do you make money then?
Cool.
Here is money.
I've
Money
made
is
more
important.
money by just being than I have with Oranje lit.
Being what?
Many things. A roller skating instructor, a secretary, Miss Oranje 37.
It's the world's most tired smile. Miss Oranje, now there is something you should linger on.
Wouldn't it be inappropriate to linger?
All things considered, very. Now linger.
Electrochemistry is just, yeah.
Inappropriate's fun, dickhead. What's Miss Oranje 37?
It's a beauty pageant, held in the year of our century 37, in Oranje.
She was 14 at the time.
What's a beauty pageant?
It's a competition for stupid girls. Men look at them and choose the most beautiful.
What is beauty?
When you have the fewest deviations from the norm. I've been told it's a type of mediocrity that I possess.
So you were stupid and mediocre?
No. I was the most stupid and mediocre.
Ha-ha!
I got a crown and a sash and a scepter for it. And a scholarship to study Oranese lit.
You were 14.
Indeed.
Her voice is indifferent to the number.
I disapprove of this custom.
It was okay.
Oh, fuck. I just saw...
Miss Teen, Oranje 37, actually. You'll be glad to hear the pageant was discontinued.
So, in the moment I pressed the button, I saw the third option was, I don't think I was ever 14.
The march of ethical progress continues.
What is Oranje?
A bad memory, officer.
Of what?
Of lilacs and lightning. Parks, glass. Duraluminium. Fredefort is a conference city. It's always autumn there. A night. At least it was for me.
What's so bad about that?
Nothing. if you're no longer there.
The conference centers are filled with people who get angry at you if you do something wrong.
Did you do something wrong?
Sooner or later, everyone does.
Well, we seem to have run that lead down as far as we can.
Did we get through the door?
We did. That's
Okay.
where the peephole was.
Okay, so now did we confront Titus?
No. Nope, that's right. We got to do that. That's next. Man, look at us just fucking doing our job all over the place today. I want to go
Weird.
track down cryptids and learn about radio MMOs and go to church. I got all this money in my pocket. I'm full of drugs. I need to find those comrades. I've lost touch with the broke, drugless, starving, lunatic hobo cop that I once was.
We have $60. It's not a lot.
I have all the money in the world. I am a king of $60. Peasants step aside.
All these mesmerizing machines, just waiting to be plugged back in and played. Feels like it might jump back to life any moment, the lights illuminating the white-robed woman.
What's White Diora?
Some kind of inane pinball theme, probably related to Messina during the DeLorean age. The history themes are the worst.
Diora was one of the 3 crown cities of the DeLorean era, on the Muindi Isola, the others being Ria Silvia and Advesperasket. This theme is all about early airships and beautiful, sad, pearl-laden women. It's quite nice, actually.
Oh, I also missed a reflex check up on the roof. There was something blew past me, and there was a red check, and I failed it. So whatever it was, I didn't catch it.
The lieutenant grimaces, looking at the machines.
Let's play some pinball.
Can't fire them up. They are broken. Only that one machine in the main hall works. The Royalist Pinball.
I will smash it.
What a dumb name. Royalist Pinball. If they weren't broken, he would kick one of these machines about now. Kim Pinball Kitsuragi.
AKA Kimball?
Exactly. That's what he's known as. His reputation precedes him.
Hey, Kimball.
What?
You're Kim Pinball Kitsuragi.
Now he remembers.
Our partner is the Pinball Wizard?
Fine, I'm Kim Pinball Kitsuragi, aka the Kimball. You remembered. Congratulations.
That was a question on Arcade Pit. And I didn't know the answer because I'd never seen this. I never got back here.
Oh, I remember that. I remember that now. But I still can't remember anything else.
Wonderful. He only remembers hearing about the pinball police.
Yeah, we had it on Quizler last time Dog and I were on Arcade Pit. As friends, anyway. Next time we shall be enemies.
Probably.
You don't
I
seem
think you
to...
still need to find somebody, though.
I do, yeah.
No human being
Wobbly
should.
Python is
It's a
around.
game that requires no
Yeah, see what Wobbles is doing, or High Wang, or there's a number of people I could ask.
to fantastique, science-fiction, and historic romance franchise.
After the, first, still waiting on that first refusal, though.
It is.
But there's plenty of time. It's not lame.
I am not called Pinball. It was used to taunt me a long time ago, before I became a homicide detective and got my lieutenancy.
How did you...
I was a juvenile police officer for over 15 years. It's how I started out in the RCM. Once I had to infiltrate a pinball ring, as you do when you're a juvie cop.
Lame.
Unbelievably. To do that, I needed to become a pinball champion. I trained for 9 months. The job was successful, and I was moved out of the juvenile wing to homicide.
Yep, that's the pipeline.
End of story.
That's the pinball to cop pipeline that I've heard so much about.
Yep. You were a juvie cop for 15 years?
That time is over now. I was already a 38-year-old man. It was unbecoming, as was playing pinball.
So that's why he doesn't want to talk to Kuno. Trauma and stressor disorder from being a juvie cop.
That's why you don't talk to Kuno.
It's best if you handle the juvenile delinquents.
I'm gonna call you Kimball now.
No. You're gonna call me Lieutenant Kitsuragi. Or, on rare occasions, Kim, because it's shorter. Let's go.
Any plan to call him Pinball or Kimball is immediately wiped from your neocortex, as if with some sort of mind-altering device. It is simply not going to happen.
Kim shut that shit down fucking tight. Oh, nice man. Oh, big fella.
The clowns are still hanging around. What is it now?
He's got powers. Pinball powers. Clausia says she wasn't raped.
Fuck. I knew that fucking whore couldn't be trusted.
Well, that took a long time.
Yeah.
Furious. No, more than that. The loyal Titus feels...
That armor fucking cracked right quick.
For the record, Titus Hardy did not explicitly specify the victim as a whore, nor did he say anything about trusting her.
I mean, he kind of did.
Liz, I hate you.
Oh, shut up and stay out of this, Liz. He raped her. He was out of his fucking mind. You have no idea.
Well, then I guess you should start
just
talking.
in denial, asshole. You don't understand the traumatic experience. She's shutting down, and she doesn't fucking trust you.
Yeah, she's crazy, you know. A crazy bitch. You know the type. She's fucked up.
You must be
Keep
a
going,
killer
Shanky.
with the ladies, Shanky. Yeah.
This is a diversion. Stay on track.
Cut the bullshit.
Lawman, I'm at the end of my goddamn rope with you. I fucking told you not to push her.
It was really easy to get her to tell us.
His hands become fists.
And you went and pushed her. I am gonna fucking...
Titus Hardy.
Success. Titus backs off. Fists down, everybody.
No betas.
Goddamn, no one tells you to put your fists down.
Everett personally sent me to take care of this.
Ah.
If this goes south, we'll all be in the shit. But you, Titus Hardy, are going to be buried. Am I understood?
When she's angry, she emphasizes the S. It gives her voice a strangely hypnotic quality. Her lips barely move as she speaks. Frankly, it's a bit terrifying. Someone has to rush in to break the tension. The second in command.
Look, Copper. We know that that fuck was a rapist and a killer. We got him confessing to it on tape.
Oh, yeah?
Show it to him, T. What's the harm, right?
Here, jerkwad. Listen to this shit. And then come back and tell me the soldier of the apocalypse was an innocent man.
Another apocalyptic actor in town?
Why should I care about
You
this
don't
tape?
care about evidence. The fuck are you a cop for, then?
What I'm saying is if you torture a guy, he'll say literally whatever you want to hear to make it stop, so this confession doesn't mean shit.
Pigs, T. They don't care about getting the truth. They care about getting convictions.
Yeah,
I won't be on your bulletin board. If you don't listen to the tape, we got nothing to talk about.
There's a lot of questions. If you ask them now, they'll just keep bringing up the tape. Listen to it, and they'll have nothing to hide behind.
Where did you get the tape?
You think we go into this shit deaf and dumb? You RCM aren't the only ones who know how to bug people. There's no university degree for that.
Actually, there are a few. Crypto analyst, radio officer.
Actually, there are numerous degrees you can get in signals intelligence.
Yeah, Like you have one, smartass.
Beer.
Beer.
Shut the fuck up, electrochemistry.
We have machines. We're in logistics. How do you think a harbor works? It's advanced stuff.
Understood? You've listened in on their communications. How long?
Since way before their chief started taking swing lessons.
Things got nice and quiet after that.
Which one is the guy with the radio stuff?
You just hold up in a coop all day, writing down what they say. It gets hot as hell in there.
Angus, you deserve better.
Don't put yourself down, Angus. It's important work.
Yeah, man. You're like a radio genius or something. Those notes are some in-depth stuff. Indexes and shit.
So what's on the tape?
What's on it? We call it the Door Gunner Mega Mix. Know why? Won't you listen to it?
Now that is intriguing. You had me at Door Gunner.
Where can I listen to it?
We can find a tape player.
Where can I listen to this? Why don't you try shoving it up your ass, genius?
Yeah, play it with your ass, cocksucker.
I'm sure we can find a tape player. It's not a problem.
Your room had one. Or maybe it's too broken.
I'm pretty sure that one's fucked.
Don't forget your tape, lawman. Compliments of Titus Hardy. You do that. Oh, and keep it. Maybe you'll need a reminder of human ugliness someday.
What?
Just another fucking roadblock these jackasses have put up.
Oh yeah, I mean this is the case, so they're not going to be easy to break.
You stare at the great Door Gunner Megamix. If only you had a boombox, you would be able to play Titus's tape. The tape feels ominous. Upon it, the dead speak. Respect the tape.
Respect it. All right. We've spent all morning working on that. But you know what I think? You need more than just a tape player to play a tape. You know what else you need? You need speakers. And you know how you get speakers? You buy...
I'm afraid if you do that, you won't be able to buy the boombox, though. Because I think the boombox has a tape player.
Hey, what you fuckers looking at? What you got?
One brutal motor carriage.
It's even like smudged out on his jacket so you can't read the slur.
Yeah.
If I were a real skull now, I'd jack it, paint it in palm tree livery, then bottom light it, neon style.
A snazzy shit-ripped skullmobile like this would make a fine trophy. We could, like, hang fucking shrunken heads from the side mirrors. Cops' heads. Scary tribal shit.
Yeah, tribal shit. A cop carriage like this would have proper skull value.
See you later, Scruff.
While I appreciate the interest you take in my brutal motor carriage, I have to stop you right there. The RCM takes threats directed at its property seriously.
It's just theoretical work, Copper. No basis in reality. Man, if we were certified skulls right now...
Skulls. Now there's a strong organizational title.
Who are you?
I can tell you who we're not, cop. We're not snitches or skulls.
Which is not to say that the skulls are bitches and... On the contrary.
The part of this presentation you want to take home with you, cop man, is we're not part of the skulls yet.
And I just want it to be very clear that no one involved or tertiarily connected to is bitches.
Okay then, let's indulge in some intellectual exchange. These young men seem eager to share their beliefs.
Who are the skulls?
No? What kind of cop are you?
It's not a question. Don't get into it.
I'm so glad you asked!
The question was rhetorical. The Skulls are the most vicious gang of the Besmertne.
I have so many copper types. I thought you actually were curious.
Besmatine, or the Besmati, the Immortals, are West Revacholian crime syndicates.
The nastiest bunch of psychos ever. Jacking carriages and getting into high-speed chases.
Possessing an infinite amount of fuck-all swagger, infamous for their non-verbal modus operandi.
Non-verbal?
If a skull spots you, he will pull out his dagger and stab you without saying a word.
The lieutenant's voice is as calm as usual, a testament to the violence and death he's witnessed through the sight of his firearm.
They usually occupy the burnt-out quarter in Jamrock, or you can find them loitering around their brightly painted bottom-lighted vehicles.
I can't wait to become a skull. Bottom lights are wretched aggressive.
Do you know Cindy the Skull?
Oh yeah, Cindy's a right proper skull.
She didn't seem all violent. She just wanted to, like, graffiti shit.
Yeah, a true artist of the future. Just like Arno van Eyck.
By the way, if you see Cindy, give her our regards.
For all their nihilistic posturing, these young men are not lacking in youthful idealism. Odd, there isn't a hint of hate in them. It's like they're piss and fuck the world out of some kind of moral obligation. The lieutenant on your left is unusually lenient toward them.
I see you kids are into modern dance music.
Oh man, yeah. We're not fucking kids, man.
Be wary of the abyss.
Why?
Probably because of how non-verbal their mode of operation is going to be. It's a threat.
Oh, good. I like
I
those.
don't. In fact, I dislike them so much I'm willing to drag you boys back to the station just to calm myself down.
Hey, there's no need for that. We're just talking here. Joking too. Stay light, man.
Yeah. Didn't you cops, like, have some questions about skulls or some shit?
Why aren't there more skulls in Martinez?
Does their share of policing in Martinez, at least where gangs are concerned. That's why there isn't much organized crime around here.
Apart from the unions themselves, of course.
Don't you worry about that. We're gonna make up for the deficit.
Yeah, we are.
You're confusing.
We're not franchise skulls. Well,
we're not franchise.
Once we get our name out there, we'll have a chance to join them.
Oh yeah? And why would they have you?
We can be just as psycho and vicious. You'll see.
But in a non-threatening and definitely
legal way.
We'll fuck the system from the inside later. Just be cool now. The damage will be tenfold.
Right on, fuck. So what's happening now?
Okay. Did you see anything about that murder? It's the thing? The hanging?
Yeah, sure. We'll gladly tell you everything we know about it. It was a man.
Also, he was hanged.
Anything else?
He was hanged from a tree.
Yeah, I mean, duh.
These punks don't know anything. Let's just move along.
Hey, stop right there. How does one know anything?
Ah, this sounds like epistemology. A field so occupied by thought that it begins to question thought itself.
I know you don't know shit.
Exactly. How can one know shit?
Yep, alright.
For example, how can one be sure that there truly is a body hanging behind a hostel?
I'm having a conversation with Descartes in a fuck the world jacket.
Art? Or just a mere specter?
Maybe it's true. The hanged man is merely a prop in a performance. We are the audience, and the artist is hiding somewhere in the dark.
Brilliant!
No reply. The blonde rebel scratches his chin, deliberately not focusing his gaze on anything. He looks very uncomfortable.
And also, Kim does not comment. What's with the jackets?
What about them?
Why does your jacket have that word on it?
Well, first off, It's a statement and not necessarily something that characterizes me as a person, even though the statement has character. And I do like piss. The word piss epitomizes the struggle taking place in the world. Things being defined as they seem, not as they are. And I guess it's also about communal spirit, the future, and truly appreciating our differences.
Wow. Wow. Someone's padding a fucking paper, aren't they?
Also, you've got to admit, it catches the eye. And since the Grand Piper is slowly but steadily moving towards basing the economy on it, attention, it is imperative that the medium itself convey the message.
What?
What I mean by this is, we are all piss and that the world is inherently meaningless.
It seems that the young man has a certain expertise in at least one field, even if it's rather narrow.
Yeah, all right. What about you?
Like I said before, many men keep searching for the one, for so-called true love, which is actually just obsession masquerading as kinship. The thrill of the chase, the hollowness that fills your chest cavity after catching it.
I'm wondering if the poetics come with the jacket, or are they derived from something else entirely?
To catch a fish, you'll need to hurl the lure many times, and even then it isn't certain that you'll get anything. If you blow up the lake, though,
blow it up.
You get more fish in a shorter time. And for time is of the essence and fleeting ever so quickly, one must think of a way to fuck the whole world and not get caught up in fucking someone. Because when one fucks everything, he fucks nothing. And that, to me, feels glorious. Sticking your dick into the void.
Hate to admit it, but in a weird way, he's got a point. Is it a coincidence that here we have two badass jackets and two badass cops?
Hey, Kim. Hey, Kim.
Yes?
What do you think about their jackets?
Leather jackets adorned with immature writing? The ideology they convey helps the boys justify poor choices in life and fashion. I'm not a fan.
Why are you always so patronizing when cool possibilities girls are bats?
Which one would you wear?
Which one would you wear? We should get those. I want to do both. I want to do both. I want to do all three. Which one would you wear?
I'm not sure I understand you, detective. Neither.
Come on, Kim. It's just a mental exercise.
If only to end this discussion. Theoretically, if I were a juvenile delinquent, if I were to already be down that path, I think peace is the stronger of the two statements.
Yeah, I also you were the only one who'd be between the two of us who'd be able to own that. So I'm gonna go with fuck the world.
Seems about right, especially considering your heroic exit attempts.
That's an origin story for a dynamic duo right there.
So are we done here? Or you don't need us around for your secret whisper party, do you?
It's a red check.
If I leave, will it be gone?
It might, yeah, I think it'll be gone.
Oh no! Oh,
Just do it.
I want to win. Damn!
3! Wouldn't have fucking mattered.
Not scary. I have nothing to work with here. It's either begging or bullying, or both. Just ask them, maybe.
Gentlemen, I need your jackets.
Gentlemen, I need your jackets.
Why?
Look at the shit I'm wearing.
Yeah, like he said, total shit. What about it?
You didn't say that.
I'm wearing horrible clothes to catch horrible people.
Lieutenant looks down at his bomber jacket and shrugs, obviously content with his uniform.
Please.
Fine. Fuck.
Yes!
Here. Take it then. I can't handle this sad shit.
It's true. He simply can't. It's called empathy. Wow. I did not see that coming. You better wear that jacket with pride.
Fuck that. You're not getting mine. My dad's a lawyer in La Delta. He'll have your badge.
Of course.
My dad owns a dealership.
No, he won't.
The lieutenant is lightly amused by the situation.
You got a rich dad, world fucker?
No. He's like a volunteer lawyer. A total bitch. Cites law and does dishes. You know what, cop? Fuck you. That's not what this is about. You're not getting my jacket.
I'm getting that jacket.
Fuck him. We don't need his rich dad jacket anyway.
Here's your jacket.
I'm not wearing that jacket.
Why not? Don't you want to express your individuality?
I already am expressing my individuality.
Well, it's good to know we have it should the need arise.
Need will not arise.
Look at this cute shit. How can we become skulls if you go around fraternizing with cops? Let's get the fuck out of here before anyone sees us.
Fuck. I'm sorry, man. I just don't like confrontations, that's all.
What does my new jacket do? Yes. Yes,
Plus
the
one
drama.
-1 authority.
Yes.
No, this is absolutely his
my first playthrough. Also, welcome, Woeful Potatoes. Yeah, no, I
have played the game before.
Yes, Dog has played. I am fresh. I have also just been leaning into the unhinged nature of it, so commendation accepted.
Because it's pretty fun, and usually fun things happen.
Fingers at you and whisper to each other when you pass by, wondering to themselves, where did that man get such a cool jacket? Did he receive it upon graduating the École Normale Supérieure de Badasserie? Is he dangerous?
Damn right I'm dangerous.
Very dangerous, my friend. Dangerous and cool. In fact, no one dares to say a single thing about the jacket. But believe me, they are all very impressed.
What was I doing?
I don't remember.
Boombox.
Boombox, yeah. I think you do have enough money now for the speakers, the shoes, and the boombox.
Well, let's get the boombox first.
Because I don't think. Well, we'll find out.
And if not, all we need is like a handful of encyclopedia checks, and then we'll have the money.
Oh, and we should definitely, whenever you're ready to finish stream, we should end with karaoke.
Yes. Want to wait for the time to pass, though. Want to be night for that, so we can have the disco lights. What's this?
Wow, a very large red t-shirt with an impressive print stands out from the other garb.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah. The print depicts a muscled man striding toward you.
Ugh.
A giant sword in each hand, encircled by burning embers. Behind him is a cluster of cabins engulfed in flames. Beneath him are the words, Hyundai burning.
Sniff it.
Smells like worn cotton and a little old sweat there. Worn cotton with a side of flea market or trash bin.
Sniffing is okay, but please don't try anything on. Can't have you leaving your photon emissions in the fabric of things you're not going to buy.
Okay, Roy.
Not imagining it. Photon emissions? What is he talking about?
This shirt celebrates a false hero.
I doubt the real man from Yelmdale was as poor a role model as the one in the popular literature. But yes, the books are very sexist, in a not entirely unenjoyable way.
How much?
2 real.
That's dirt cheap.
Couldn't you just give it to me for free?
Why?
Perhaps I could repay you in some other way.
I deal in goods, not services. 2 real.
That's dirt cheap.
But why?
Because you said everything's going to be over soon anyway.
Interesting choice. But sure, why not? Take it. Welcome to Yelmdale.
World's gonna end. Give me the fascism t-shirt. Too old for this shirt. Oh man, it's a physical instrument, but the only other physical instrument item I have is also a shirt. Fuck. Anyway, here's the boombox.
Boxes wait on the shelves, and your boombox, that gold and amber Harmon Waushi, stares at you longingly with its tape reel eyes.
Can I get a police discount?
A discount? I do have to keep the lights on, man. It's 12 real.
Remember, he doesn't like music. He likes sounds. The Dorgunner Megamix is his type of tape. Certainly, he'd give you a discount if he knew you'd play something so experimental.
I've got an era-defining work here.
4 real is offensively low, but just this once. For the music, concrete, cop.
Wow, way to go.
And here you are. Quality sound reproduction on the go. It'll play anything, wherever. Turn any tape into a conversation of sounds and shapes.
Any more figurines?
You see rows of toy soldiers.
Nope. All right. Come on. There you go. You can do it.
The porter reel is just what you needed. The reel's attached to the apparatus with a satisfying click. The tape is routed behind the magnetic reader. It sounds like someone's moving in the room, getting comfortable. Then the organ starts playing a simple, melancholic tune, echoing in the hallway. A lone singing voice joins in, telling you about the tiniest church in Sessons, surrounded by even tinier yard. You almost feel the seaside mist on your skin. It's mega sad.
Mega.
Within seconds you know, this is the one. The real shit you've been looking for. The one you trust your room to. This one tells it like it is. This is your tune.
He's discovered Radiohead.
A click, then silence for a bit.
Which song
then
now?
The tape stops spinning.
Karma Police?
No, that's not a sad song. No Surprises is a very sad song.
I was going to say, you know Radiohead way better than I do, so.
Of course you could sing this. You could take sad to a whole new level with this. And you already know the lyrics since you've listened to it like 1,000,000 times. Yep, they're all here. All 3 verses. And the B-side of the tape contains the instrumental version. It's like the world itself is telling you to do it. Only one obstacle stands on your way.
What?
God. You have to convince God to let you sing karaoke in the whirling. After you've won him over, you can express yourself. Let the pain out. Make everyone understand.
Or I could just jump on stage and there's not much you could do to stop me.
The lieutenant looks at you as you remove the tape from the boombox. He doesn't say anything.
All right.
All right, what is Door Gunner Mega Mix?
The porter reel is just what you needed. The reels attach to the apparatus with push, command set, and the tape starts spinning. Violent static and machine sounds fill the air.
This isn't Revachol. This is a fucking village. I can almost see the elephants.
The harbor. That's the son of a Kvalson crane.
When this shit is done, I'm gonna tear that place up. Soldier of the Apocalypse style. Kill shit. Dogs and chickens too. Gonna run a room, Cordy. A real nice I don't give a shit. I'm fucking done. I'm done mentally.
He's starting to channel Alex Jones here.
A little bit.
Disco con on the counter. You know, the dance a whore upstairs. Do it Kohoi style. Never did get that taste out of my mouth.
The lieutenant presses the button marked Arete on your porter reel. The tape stops spinning.
Silence?
End of recording.
What's Kohoi?
A village on the Samaran Isola in South Safre. Grad committed war crimes there, the kind of thing he talks about.
You think he
Who
was
knows?
there?
Maybe the tattoos would have an answer. Or maybe Kohoi is just merc talk for atrocity, slaughter.
A symbol of soldier of the apocalypse style conduct in a civil environment.
Who's this Corty?
One of the other mercenaries, I think. The one he was talking to. A friend of his?
What else do you think?
It seemed authentic enough. Probably recorded off the shortwave, then edited to seem more incriminating. He sounded like he was on patrol around the harbor walls.
He also sounded inebriated.
There's more going on here than we know.
It seemed authentic enough. Probably recorded off the short. Still.
There's more going on here.
Now what?
I think we've got a few more questions for class here, don't you? This seems to contradict her testimony. At least to some degree.
As you take out the tape, the boombox tunes itself back to the cheery radio again, spewing out beats like it's a Friday night. The contrast feels chilly, inappropriate even.
Well,
what does it mean?
Couple of things. One, we don't actually know who was on that tape.
Me?
We're taking Titus's word that it's the fucking guy.
This man
That's
probably comes from Seaguy.
We might be able
known
to
as the apricot
show it to
Suzerainty,
Clausier.
an archipelago in the Samaran Isola.
This is not what I
Very
wanted.
cool.
I wanted these.
The speakers below are banged up and worthless.
I need those sneakers.
Super cool. Now the premium lifestyle is yours, officer.
The sneakers seem to vibrate.
Okay, now I need the speakers.
The junk is yours, officer. Happy listening. Try not to hurt your ears with that Samaran garbage.
I'm gonna go see if I can do some more with the kids in the club. I feel like they'd want these speakers. And I've done enough. I've done a lot of the main for a while. Let's take a little break. Yeah.
So you can have this on all the time, and if you do, it kind of, I will say it kind of undercuts some of the moments in the game. But it is pretty funny to always have it.
Yeah. Gonna go tell working class woman we found her dead husband. Yeah. I'm sorry, man. Yeah. Let's see. Those sneakers gave us some more hand-eye coordination, so we can go ahead and clean ourselves up a little bit. Because, yeah, I think it's time.
An old mirror hangs on the wall.
I think it's time we maybe took a little bit of pride in our appearance. What do you say?
What?
Too fast for facts. Let's see, I know. Where's the kimono? There's the kimono. I think that's all because I keep most of the...
An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see the reflection of your face in it, adorned with the expression.
We can bump that up a little bit more with some booze.
An old mirror hangs on the wall. You see the
83%
in it, adorned with. It's like something snaps in you, a nerve ending, a thought, a sadness. Your face in the mirror is suddenly clean of the layer that had distorted it for God knows how long. Just like that, it's over. The running gag that your life had become. A sad old man looks back at you. A brisk coastal wind still howls against the window of the shack. Occasionally, the waves crawl in under the foundation, producing a low hum.
Oh no, he's sad. He pout.
The room feels muffled, like you pulled your hat over your ears. Outside, it is cold and windy, but you're inside, and it feels safe and warm.
What is this place to you?
My forward base for the coastal part of the operation.
You hear the forlorn shriek of seagulls. Far below the birds, a wooden boardwalk filled with abandoned stands, tables and benches, echoes from a long-lost time. A middle-aged man stands in a rundown shack on the edge of a fishing village, listening to the heater hum on the wall.
Thank you, strange sensation.
Outside, the howl of the wind has picked up. The waves crash against the stilts again. It's as if you think the thought, but in someone else's voice.
Look under the floorboards.
Okay, voice in my head. How do I do that?
That might be applying to your hotel room, which we just became unable to purchase for the day.
I mean, we'll get some money back, but I don't... It specifically said for the coastal part of the operation, so I think it is referring to this room.
Oh, I don't know.
Well... First things first. Do some drugs. Get good and fucked up.
Put on our shaving gloves.
Our shaving shoes. And our shaving coat.
Oh, is it hand-eye coordination?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I thought it was something else. Interfacing.
On the table, you see a bowl of water, a rough soap, and next to it, a small hand mirror. A straight... On the table, you see a bowl of water. Like an artist with a brush or a master swordsman.
Another 6.
You use the small mirror and the straight razor with some soap to remove all that unkempt hair from below the nose line. The sharp blade chafes against your skin.
Oh, God.
Producing a scratching sound. The surface underneath the beard feels tender. The air brushing against it, chilly.
That character portrait is different now.
Yes.
They feel so smooth, surprisingly so. A feeling of freshness overcomes you, as if you just came from a cold bath.
Was that the right call?
The water reflects back a vague image of your clean-shaven face. Despite the bulbous nose, unkempt hair, and persistent swelling, you look a little younger, maybe. Your face, such as it is, a regular human face, sans expression.
Well... now we've cleaned ourselves up a bit. I'm sure Kim approves. Right, Kim? We got one other check in the immediate area to take a crack at really quick. And for that, we need suggestion. I think this was another thing we did after you left last time. Oh, we're losing 2 from a thought somewhere. Oh, from the Wumpty Dumpty Dum Center. Ah, fuck.
Yep. Oh well.
Definitely need that, so...
The waves are beginning to die down. Look at those little bastards. Simmer down. Simmer down, bastards.
Why does she care about the waves so much?
What is it with you and the waves?
What is it with waves and fishermen? We need to be out there with them, fishing, making a living. So I asked them to accommodate me. But until that happens, I can try to assist you the best I can. So, what will it be, officer?
Kim's presence makes it awkward. Is there anything else I can do? No, I don't think there's anything I can do.
Do you think...
Yes!
...needs more of that after a man died at sea?
Hit on the widow. Well, what do I do then?
What if I told you it is actually possible to go on a date sober?
Get out of here with your crazy fringe theories.
Before recorded history, men and women were able to do simple, very primitive things together sober. Acknowledge the situation and keep it basic.
I'm a drunk. Don't know if you noticed, so I usually ask people to drink with me.
I have, and I don't really.
You just want to go for a walk. What kind of a monster doesn't want to go for a walk?
This time, though, I thought I'd ask you for a walk.
Just a walk? I don't know, officer. I would not have taken you for an innocent perambulator.
I am. Is that a yes? Please. Please. Oh, man. I don't really like any of these. I am. Fuck
Where
it.
would this walk take us, officer?
Nothing creepy, strange, or out there. Keep it eerie and simple.
I found his view on the beach. This is nice.
Officer, I thought we had a work of our own in mind. One that results in a solved murder investigation.
Shut up, Kim. She likes me.
Oh no. You come with us. Seriously, I insist. You need to understand that nothing is going to happen. We're just walking. That's it. Understood?
Having the lieutenant along is a fail-safe measure against any possible funny business.
It's a date.
Let's call it a walk. I'll join you if the man insists.
Is 3 people date?
I do, yes. Stroll on the beach sounds nice, doesn't it? All right, I'll see the kids haven't killed each other and we'll meet at Land's End in 15 minutes.
I have a date.
She doesn't wait for an answer. You better get ready.
Doug. She's going on a date with me. And also Kim.
I saw. Also Kim is there. That doesn't make things awkward.
Acceptance? It feels so normal. Nourishing even.
I didn't say I wanted to make a fuck out of her. I didn't say it this time. Okay, that's enough of drunk voice. So we got to kill 15 minutes. Yeah, now I can miss it and stand her up. No. Excuse me. Okay. So we got
speakers. That's our date jacket.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it would make a strong first impression. I think we might end on the date, actually, because I do want to do karaoke with the lights, and it's going to take a long time till we get to that point.
Okay.
So that'll be something to look forward to for next time. Programmer lady, where are you?
Did we check the computer?
I did. I couldn't get into it because I don't know the password.
Okay.
The machine's keyboard is still illuminated, revealing the
I called up that Russian lady at the switchboard again, and she wouldn't let me in.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hey, wait. There's coffee in the back. Oh, wait. I meant the mother's love. Too many times, essay. You need it for something.
Yes.
Surveys are a good way to fish for personal information, especially in the name of public safety.
I'm doing a survey of passwords and passcodes, identifying regional trends, in the interest of public safety, of course.
The password is afterlife death.
That is true. But what comes after death?
Biscuits.
What do you think of that? Makes me almost pity La Nilita Pequeña when I hear it.
Okay, thank you.
I think we're done here, essay.
That was an interesting conversation. However, I'm still not sure how it's relevant to our investigation.
Don't worry, Kim. He said there's coffee. Where's the coffee? Well, now we have the password.
The machines keep the speaker.
Good afternoon. Good. Please repeat the password. Good. I have unlocked the filament. After ending the call, please press print to access the filament.
So this is for the
anything
MMO.
else I can do for you today?
Is it?
Yeah, because did you put the cube in there?
That's in the doomed commercial district. This is in the church. It's 2 different computers.
The machine's keyboard is still illuminated. The printer prints out a long text document with dated paragraphs. It looks a bit like someone's journal. The first entry, made on the 4th of February, 51, by an unknown author, is short and concise. Arrived at the church. The door was boarded up, so I used the crowbar to get inside. Looks like the place has been deserted. Nothing out of the ordinary, but I'll ask around. Need to figure out how to get the electricity in. The lieutenant leans closer, scouring the printout over your shoulder. Just as you finish reading,
I
he
wonder...
looks up, muttering under his breath.
4th of February. That's over a month ago. Whoever set up those machines has been here for quite a while.
Connected to the case, maybe?
Our case? No, I don't think so. It must be some local eccentric.
6th of February, 51. Had a little chat with the local fishermen. Said I shouldn't go near that place, that the church was spooky and ridden with narcotics.
Narcotics?
It's a little spooky, all right. Still haven't figured out the electricity. See? Even one of the spookers themselves says it's unnerving. What was that about narcotics? This could prove to be interesting.
I doubt that we can find any. It's just idle fishermen's gossip to scare away the kids.
Damn.
Nothing spooky about this place either. It's just abandoned and cold, and in an awful part of town.
Then why doth the lieutenant protest against spending time here so often? 7th of February, 51. Finally got the electricity in. Next on the agenda, a new antenna. I'm thinking ESCA series, something advanced.
Why would she need the antenna?
This equipment here.
8th of February, 51. Bought the antenna, had some problems setting it up. Called Simo for help. Heard the others are back to making art. Drinking somewhere out of town. Sulislav started a rock band again. Lexi has been seen asking money from strangers, but at least the artists have their act together. They're qualified labor. They can get work anywhere. Graphic design, ads. The programmers are doing fine too. I mean, they're programmers. The writers, though, they're fucked. I just have to find out what caused that data loss and be done with it. Still don't understand how it managed to wipe out the backup, when the backup wasn't even connected to the front.
Huh.
I know. Everyone thinks it's impossible.
Did someone sabotage the MMO?
I'm here to set it right.
Seems like something to do with radio computers. Unfortunately, I don't know enough about them to understand what the author is saying. Something about the backup data getting destroyed, and how everyone thought it was the author's fault. Let's just keep reading.
Who are these?
I think these people worked in the radio computer games business. The one we saw in the Doom commercial area. They must be our former co-workers.
12th of February, 51. Brought some food from the grocery store. Apparently, there's a strike going on in the harbor. Definitely not happy to see the Martinez people again. Everything's now set up in the church. Going to start working tomorrow, 8 a.m.
The strike. We are nearing the date of the murder. Keep reading. I'm interested now. I want to know what's that radio anomaly that sent this person here in the first place.
25th of February, 51. I've been sending data up to Lintel for a while now, trying to recreate the data loss, but nothing. Didn't even feel like logging in, the disappointment. But I did discover a curious audio-spatial anomaly at the back of the church. I've named it the Swallow. It swallows sound. Need to get some mics.
Is she talking about?
28th of February, 51. Yes, the first recordings confirm that the Swallow is real, and I'm not just losing my mind. It's a pillar of silence, with a diameter of approximately 3 meters. Seems like the higher I go, the less I record. This might be a coincidence, or it could be connected to the data loss that led me here.
The pillar of silence. She is talking about the silence. Is she suggesting it's more than just an architectural quirk?
Well, what is it?
The lieutenant doesn't answer. He follows your gaze, studying the basins. The water shines in them. No.
Huh.
March 51. Some kind of young disco men have appeared next to the church. I've been trying to record the silence to find the epicenter, but now it turns out I've also been capturing the future of dance music, one neo-disco song over and over again. Fortunately, the song is so monotonous, I was able to devise an algorithm to factor it out. The other day, one of the disco men came in. Before I could even say hello, she got scared and left. Good, I don't want anyone distracting me from my work. That disco man must be a cell.
Yeah.
Girl on the ice? Sounds like her, yes.
March 51. I got a call from the repeater station. Someone has tried to access the radio computer in our old office in Martinez. Can't do anything about it. The storekeeper still doesn't want to let me inside the building. Thinks I'm part of some kind of curse. How Martinez of her.
That was me.
I knew it wasn't a good idea to meddle with a machine.
No. It was a great idea. You're learning things. This is how you learn things about machines. March 51. A new 2-meter aux cable. Noodles. Crackers. Ping energy drinks. Water. Toothpaste. Gum. Also some canned air.
Shopping list?
Interrupted by the sound of the church door opening.
Oh no.
A strange woman makes straight for the radio computer.
We met her. She's here. New best friend? Or pissed at us for meddling with her shit.
Breaking into my radio computer, I see.
Yes, you are breaking in, but not into her radio computer. You're a master circuit bender.
I do apologize for the intrusion, madame. We are with the RCM, you see.
We're representing certain music venue organizers.
You won't find any music venue organizers here. It's just me and my computer, and it has been this way for weeks. Now please give me some room. I need 2 seconds to see that you haven't destroyed anything.
We should talk to her after she has rebooted the machine.
We should do that. And we will do that. But first, it's date night.
Afternoon.
Date afternoon. You can have lunch dates. You can have breakfast dates if you want. I don't know why that's not more common. Big family group message about Christmas. Oh no, can you just delete and can you just turn off notifications from one message? Is that a possibility? Is that a thing phones do? Okay, where the hell did I say we were meeting?
Somewhere at Land's End. I don't know where that is.
Isn't that like a clothing store?
It's not what they were referring to. Maybe it's under tasks? It was up top.
In the northern tip of the peninsula. She's not going to wait forever. I'm only 5 minutes late. And time doesn't progress unless I'm talking to someone, so... Interesting spot for an autosave. Ah, there you are. Your Prince Charming has arrived.
Steadily at the waves. A sudden gust picks up her dark hair and lets it fall again. Tousled, wild, she brushes a few stray locks from her eyes.
And there's
then
Kim standing by the water tower, trying to not be involved as much as possible.
Aye, so here you are. I'm a bit surprised we're alone. It's mid-noon and the sun is out. I expected more drunks and teenagers. And drunk teenagers. Know that you're not the first guy to bring a girl to Land's End. This is what the locals call a make-out spot. That is not going to happen here today. I just want to make that clear, Dimples.
Hey.
Her thoughts are still elsewhere, with distances across the water, and with the water itself. Across the rusty water, that's La Delta, the financial district. In the mist-covered distance, towers rise as a rebuke to the poverty of this coast.
Kim, we ready to do this? Okay, guess not.
Drinking men aren't known for keeping their appointments.
It's a rock star thing.
Aye, you're the starest of them all.
Her laughter is throaty and warm. It rhymes with the waves and the cries of the gulls. As she turns to face the sun reflected in the waves and the skyscrapers rising across the bay, you cannot help following her steady gaze. You should say something, anything. Maybe the tequila sunset thing.
Yes, I was once known as Tequila Sunset.
Brazilian expression means drinking yourself to death.
Found a corpse recently that did that.
And what about you? Keeping the name?
Well, this is a new model of me. It's going to need a new name.
Can't wait to hear it.
The sun reflected in the waves and the skyscrapers rising across the bay is mesmerizing. Your mind clears for a moment as your senses take it all in. Not just the glass skyscrapers, fragile looking in the shimmering air. River Esperance flowing into the bay.
Isn't it strange for this all-powerful thing, the sun, to be so generous towards us? You know, the best time to go out fishing is usually towards sunset, when the water is warmer.
The sun also falls on the Capeside tenements and war-torn ruins. An old sea fortress juts out, seemingly impervious to the sheen cast over everything else, shaking you out of your reverie. The sun does little for the dead, and those hopelessly lost in their own minds, or people living in desert climates with sparse vegetation and little drinking water.
Is that why you named your boat that way?
That was a bit of pride and a bit of superstition.
And a bit of conceptual unity too, it being yellow and all. There's salt in the air, and the cries of the gulls and the skuas, grit of the sand and the green glint of broken bottles. But still your gaze always returns to the dazzling streaks of light, wherever they may be reflected, their opulence.
It's bringing us spring, summer. It's entirely on our side, no matter what we do or who we are, for absolutely no reason. It's unlike no other powerful being, certainly no powerful organization or government. How can that be?
There's an explanation for this, and it is political.
Aye, it's political. No need to step on a soapbox about it. What if we disagree?
See, she doesn't want to disagree. Good sign. Keep it at that.
I have very good conceptualization.
Say what? Something interesting? Impossible.
Please, this is important.
She turns her head, and the plastic fishhooks rattle in her ears. Nothing shearworthy takes place in your head. Relax. This was still good.
The sun's very... Sometimes I feel like I don't have a good brain.
Aye. Brains generally aren't very good, are they?
I'm fairly certain I've said that myself.
Arms, shoulders, lungs too. You know, the wind's going to pick up soon, and I have to go, but... Have this. The sun's good, but it doesn't stick things. I've no use for it anymore.
You sure about that?
Men around here are too drunk to pose a threat to me.
The lieutenant looks at the sword with distrust in his eyes. Do not bring it into a gunfight, he thinks. Please understand, it's merely ceremonial.
Can we do this again?
That's it. But thank you for the company.
This is as far as it goes with her. You'd need to put a year between you and your last drink for anything more.
Oh, thanks. I went on a date and I got a sword.
Cool.